Okay. Just getting things up and running. I didn't want to go through the intro thing as usual. For you specifically, Yusuke-san, as you said, you're kind of getting a bit bored of it, and I understand. It's completely understandable. So, yeah, I just need to send notifications out on the Twitter. I don't say X because screw Elon. But how is everyone doing? I mean, one second. Twitch.tv. And let me just do this. 1 second. I want to talk about today. I want to talk about a bit of the Kyoto IRL Popup event that I went to yesterday. Ooh, it was an eventful day. I think that's the best way I can put it. And I met some really interesting people too. And I want to talk about that. Okay, there we go. That's sent out. So, who's in? Dorentin, welcome in. Try not to totally skip the capybara. I guess skimming over. I mean, that's what I do. I really like, unless it's quite obvious that they're not going to say anything of any real import, I'm like, I'm skipping. Because I'm just, the capybara needs to fucking go. Kosh Patel, welcome in. How are you doing? Kirito Katsuragi, Unk. Well, that's fine. I don't mind it. Interesting how. Okay. So before I get into the game and the story and do all that, I want to talk a little bit about the Wuthering Waves IRL Popup event that I went to yesterday. I set off from my home at around 8 a.m. in the morning. And the family wanted to come as well, because it's Kyoto. Kyoto's a fantastic sightseeing place. And the family was like, oh, if you're going there, can we come too? I'm like, yeah, sure, why not? And so instead of going by train, as I was originally going to do, because like, why waste petrol, gas, whatever? Went there with family, make a day of it. And of course, on the weekend, there's going to be absolutely crazy amounts of traffic on the highway. I mean, to the point where like the highway is no longer the highway, it's the slowway. I'd get further distance like getting off and walking there. It's that bad. So we got off not at Kyoto, because that would have taken way too long. So we got off at Ibaraki in Osaka, the Osaka area, and I decided that we're gonna go from Ibaraki to the event, and my family, my daughter, my wife went straight to Kyoto. They were going to go do their own thing, sightseeing, and I went to Kyobashi Station in Osaka. And yeah, it took a while to get there, but even still, even though I got there around about, say, 10 a.m., I want to say 10:30 a.m., something along those lines, there were still already a fair few amount of people there lining up with their, let me show you, with their like stamp books in hand here. This is the thing that you have to pick up from the information desk. They don't just have them laying out, not laying out outside. You have to go to the information desk where they have them laying out there. And I went there, got it picked up. 1 second. And which one's Kyobashi Station? Kyobashi Station is this one here with both Augusta and Yuno. And it took a while. Like there were people lining up, of course, but there weren't that many people. Like how long do you expect it to take to open your book, to open the pamphlet, get a stamp, close, and then walk away? How long do you think that takes anyone, just generally? I mean, me just explaining it probably would take longer than actually doing it. Oh my god, it took so damn long for everyone to do their stamp thing. Just before I continue on with this, let me just make it very clear. I enjoyed the event. I enjoyed going on the trains, traveling from place to place to place. During the event, I went to stations. I went to places I'd never been before. So I really like that, and I really appreciate that. Great event, but the way it definitely needs a bit of work on it. For like efficiency reasons, because it wasn't just a case of where you stamp it once and then walk away. No. They had these like special stamps, the same type of stamps that you would usually get anyway, but there's these special type of stamps where you have to stamp it 4 times, and each time you stamp it, it like prints a different color, like through like the RGB, or is it for ink? It's like cyan, magenta, or whatever it is. And because people wanted to get their stamps absolutely perfect without any types of like blurring or smudging or whatever, they had these like not like this. They had this. It's like a circle thing, like a template thing. You're supposed to like put it exactly where you want on the book. Put it exactly where you want it on the book. It's smaller than this, of course. I couldn't take it with me. You line it up, then you put the stamp in there and hold it firm and then stamp 4 times. But because people took so damn long just to line that up and then get it in, and if their book had moved or whatever, for whatever reason, then, oh shit, long story short, people were being very, very anal about this shit, and each person took so long just to do 1 stamp. And for that reason, it was so damn frustrating. It took so damn long for each of these stamps to get each of these stamps, because people were just taking so damn long. And when you've got, let me just see here, how many different stations was it? It's 16 stamps in total. 16 stamps in total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 different stations. And these stations are not near each other, by the way. They're not near each other at all. Like, Kyobashi Station, it's in Osaka. The rest of this event is all in Kyoto, which is like 30 minutes away, 40 minutes away, at least. So, if I just show you on the... Where is it? So, a bit of Sensei time. So this is the first station I started with Augusta and Yuno. So this is the first one. From here to here took about 30 minutes. And then depending on the others, like some didn't take all that long to get to. Like from here though to here also took another 35 minutes. And from here to here would take another 25 or 30 minutes. It took so like these train stations were not near each other. They were like right at the very end of their respective lines, which is, I think, the point, to like force you to spend as much money as possible. Which is fine in and of itself, but when it's taking so long for people to do their stamps, and it's also taking so long just like for waiting for the trains to come, and then getting on the train, and so long to get from one station to another, etc., 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 it took so long. It just took way too long to do anything. And I swear to God, right, do I have a video of this? I think I do have a video. 1 second, let me show you. Just at this one station. Okay, let me just pull it up. This is just one station. I'm going to turn the sound off. This is one of the lines. You can see how many people, and this line did not move at all for so damn long. Because if anything goes wrong with the stamps, like maybe one of them runs out of ink, they run out of this color or this color, they have to figure out which color it is, then they have to get the respective color to fill it back up, and you have to like go far away to wherever the staff is, get the staff, and the staff's busy because they're busy doing their everyday stuff, like at train station-ing, whatever it is. And me and two others, which I'm going to talk about in a minute, were stood in this line for just 2 stamps, because they're like right next to each other. Stood in this line for, I shit you not, 40 minutes. This is just one station. It took so... you guys don't understand. And I thought I was getting there pretty early, like starting off at 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock, okay, I've got 7 hours to get through all these. I'm sure I can do that. Not too... Just waiting around was half of the whole thing. Yeah. Like, the thing is, though, with the stamps, if you get them all lined up and perfect, the actual stamp that comes out looks really good. Looks really, really good. It does. I'll try and see. I wonder if I can show you on here. Hang on. Can you kind of see this Galbrainer here? The reason why I got Galbrainer with all 4 different colors on there is because I knew for a fact I was going to be waiting for a train for a while, and there's more than enough time, so I did 4 times on. This Galbrainer looks pretty cool, but like even then it's still a bit scuffed. It's still a bit blurred. But I think they should, if they're going to do this kind of event in the future, which I hope they do. Let me just say this again. I hope they do, because I enjoyed the event. Again, like going from place to place, seeing all the different sightseeing spots, etc., was really good, and I like that. But if they're going to do this event again, they should just stick to having the stamp being one character, one stamp, one color, just for the sake of efficiency, just for the sake of time. Like when if I can show you, okay, let me show you Chiyuan here. Can you see Chiyuan? Don't do that. Like that's just one. I stamped it once because I didn't have the time. That's just one color, black, and it works, and it fits with Chiyuan's theme as well, of like the inkscape thing that he's got. Right? Let's get another one. Cantarella here. Cantarella, blue works. Could have been purple. Could be like a light purple. I mean that's fine. Or like Chisa here, just again plain black, like a thick plain black. This works for the character. Just make it a single color, single character, just for the sake of time. Like holy shit. But yeah, like I said, the event was good in and of itself. But I went to, how many stations was it in total? So 12 in total, and I managed to get to 9 of them. So I spent 7 hours, and I just barely managed to get to the Sanjo station to get the goods, the merchandise, for me doing this. And because I didn't get these 3 here, I missed out on two other pieces of merch. These are all like near Biwa Lake Biwa. And they were really far out. And me and the other 2 that were with me, we got back to Sanjo Station. The Sanjo Station booth thing closes at 5 p.m. We got there, shit you not, 4:59. If anything, 4:59, 50 seconds, like right before 5 o'clock. Like we were cutting it close. We were cutting it close. And after all this, 7 hours going from place to place, waiting around, all that sort of thing, I got this one thing. After spending all that money as well. Traveling from place to place. Because it wasn't cheap. I got this one thing. Which, cool, I like it. And the thing is though, I didn't even manage to have time to go to Kyoto Station, which isn't on this which isn't on this map of places for the stamps. Kyoto Station had a stage up with the mascots and the cosplayers, and you can get some more free merch stuff there. I didn't even have the time to go there. I thought I would have been able to clear all the stations, go to Kyoto Station, then go to Sanjo Station to get the... I thought I'd have time. Again, 7 hours. Shouldn't take that fucking long. But it did. And I still didn't get everything. So, yeah. All I can say is that I'm really happy. I'm really happy that while I was there, I managed to meet 2 pretty big Japanese content creators for Wuthering Waves specifically. I met up with Yukisaki Yuka. 1 second, let me show you Yukisaki Yuka. I'll just pull her up on the YouTubes. And who knows who Yukisaki Yuka is? Anyone? Very adorable. She actually came first in the recent JP competition, tournament, if you want to say. Let me pull it up. So this is Yukisaki Yuka, VTuber. She mainly does live streams. She's not really a video content creator. She's just always live stream. I think, yeah, her next one's in, what is it? Tomorrow. Next one's tomorrow. Yeah, blue VTuber. The blue VTuber. Yeah. So I was just again traveling from place to place. Like while I was on the train, just like on Twitter, like just posting and that sort of thing. I noticed that she posted that she was in the area doing the same thing, and she follows me, and of course I follow her. So I said, "Oh, are you doing this?" And she said, "Oh, yeah." So I sent her a DM saying, like, feel free to say no, because I know you're a VTuber. I know you do that for privacy reasons. But I was just wondering if you like wanted to like meet up so I could say hi and that sort of thing. She's like, "Oh yeah, absolutely." So we met up. I talked with her for a bit, for about 5-15 minutes, and then while we was going through, this is at Sanjo Station, by the way. While we were going through to get the stamps and then taking pictures there, someone from Kuro comes up on the JP side of Kuro's marketing division, like not like a subdivision, like actually someone from Kuro, the person in charge of marketing in Japan for Kuro. He comes up and he starts talking to the both of us. Mainly, he recognizes Yukisaki Yuka first, speaks to her, speaks to me. We're talking, and while we're talking, he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm here with Sliplizatsu. You know Sliplizatsu? One second. I think he's live right now. Yes, he is. So he's like, "Oh, Sliplizatsu is like just right behind us." It's like, "Wait, really?" So he pulls him over, and we say hi. I'm not going to say anything. All I'm going to say is Sliplizatsu lives a lot closer to me than I thought. I was very surprised. Yeah, Sliplizatsu was the one that emceed, hosted one of the recent official Kuro, Wuthering Waves. 1 second, let me do this. Wuthering Waves live streams. Yeah, he hosted this one here. And he was actually a guest on the one before that, wasn't he? He was a guest on one. There he is. He was a guest on this one here for 2.2, and then he hosted this one here for 2.6. And yeah, so anyway, so us three are talking, and then was like, "Oh, do you want to just throwing it out there? Do you guys want to like stick together and go through this together?" It's like, "Absolutely." So the three of us, so me, Yukisaki Yuka, and Sliplizatsu, went together to get these other stamps. So we were like touring around Kyoto together. That was really fun. Like just hanging out with them and speaking to them about all sorts of things about Wuthering Waves, about the game itself, Kuro, like other games that we play, other games that we're interested in, like what we think of who's our favorite characters. What we thought of the story. Sliplizatsu hasn't played the latest story yet, so I think he's going to be doing that today, but I'm not too sure. But yeah, just talking about all sorts of things was so damn fun. It was so good, and I'm so glad that I met up with the two of them. Because if I had to go throughout this entire thing by myself, with all the waiting time, with all the everything that I just explained, I don't think I would have had nearly as much fun. Like the places we went to were really cool. 1 second, let me just like 1 second. Like where's a good 1 second, let me just pull one up. Okay, let me show you this. Like the autumn leaves were looking really good. Like this is near in Kibune. This is where you get the stamp for Chuyuan. Like got the river there, the waterfall, the awesome like autumn leaves. Yeah, it was really good. I enjoyed this, and I got the stamp. This is the Chuyuan stamp. This is the stamp thing that I'm talking about. And 1 second, let me just pull it back because I can show you the template thing. Ah, there we go. So you see this circle thing? You're supposed to line that up onto the book first, like perfectly, then put the stamp inside this gap there and then just hold it with one hand and press it 4 times with the other. I don't know, but people were not able to do that. So I was like, fuck it, freehand it. Single push, I'm good, let's go. And then we went to the next one over here for Galbrainer because they were like really close to each other. Galbrainer, they had like cutouts. I think cutouts for almost every character. Was there a station where they didn't have a cutout? I can't remember. I think they had a cutout for pretty much every character, and even there, like, and also if you notice, quite a lot of girls in here, and Slipperzatsu and Yukisaki Yuka are over here. You can't see her face. I made sure to not take photos of her. So that's just us talking. Yeah. So just walking around all Kyoto with the two of them was really fun. I enjoyed it, but it definitely needs a bit of fine tuning. Like, look at my look at my feet. Look at my feet. Look at the peep. Look at the peep. Like, because I was freehanding it because I was trying to record with one hand and press it with the other, and I can't keep it straight. She's like freaking out, like overclocking right there. She ascended, ghost peep. Yeah. But the thing is, though, I kind of like it. You know. But yeah. It was pretty funny. Pretty good. Can I find any more pictures? There was the Augusta and Yuno. Phoebe turned into a reverberation. But like, look, I like this. Like this one here with Kanto, just a single push. They should have just gone with single push with a color that fits the character. Because the 4 push thing, yeah, if you get it perfect, fantastic, high quality, love it. But the cost benefit for that, like time wise, efficiency wise, like it's busy, all sort of thing. It's just like, nah. Carla went to the 30s and Kanto joined I'm Blue. Yeah. It was good. I enjoyed it. I tried to get this, but you got like got a bit like backlighting. Also, by the way, a lot of girls, again, a lot of women as well. Like I saw some women in their 30s, 40s, at least 50s as well. People of all ages, men, women, boys, girls, all ages, all like there were like, yeah, there was just a lot of different people. Chuyuan effect, nothing to do with it. If I could show you a video of 1 second, where is it? Where's a good? I took another video somewhere else. Where was it? But no, it wasn't a Chuyuan effect at all. In fact, no, that was the Galbrainer. So hang on. That was the Galbrainer line. That was the line for Galbrainer. See? This is that station there. That's the Galbrainer line. Not Chuyuan. Nothing to do with it. Oh, but you're saying, oh, because of Chuyuan there were more girls? I don't know. I just think there's a more balanced player base in Japan. Like, it's not. I don't. From my subjective experience, it just feels like there's an equal amount of male and female players. If anything, most of the people that I see online, like talking about Wuthering Waves, for the most part, are women. I don't know. That's just the way it seems to me. But yeah. It was good though. Oh, this where is it? Go up. This is a post board thing where you write a message. I lost my 50-50 to Ling Yang, but I got you eventually, Chisa. RS. And then next to mine here is Yukisaki Yuka's as well, because we both wrote it down at the same time. Yeah, it was so mixed feelings on the event. Because like I said, it's a good event. It's a good event in theory, and I'm always in favor of events that get fans outside touching grass. I will always be in favor of those. So, and again, like I said, I went to stations that I had never been before, and I probably never would have gone to either if it weren't for this event. So I'm really appreciative of that. I'm really appreciative of that, and I really enjoyed that. And again, if I didn't go to that event, I wouldn't have met Yukisaki Yuka, and I wouldn't have met Slipperzetsu either. Oh, okay. Nothing to do with the event, but at the end, so after 5 o'clock, we got to Sanjo Station, we got our stuff, etc., etc., etc. I'm getting messages from my wife and daughter because it's 5 p.m. It's starting to get dark, get cold, etc. And they're finished up with whatever they were doing, their sightseeing, and they was like, "Oh, how long are you going to be?" I'm like, "I don't know." So I went back to meet up with my family, and right after I'd left Zetsu and Yukisaki Yuka, they met up with Sabu and Nerumero for dinner. So if I'd stayed around, I would have met up with another person that another 2 people that I'm following and respect as well. So I could have had dinner with 4 of the biggest Wuthering Waves content creators. Well, Nerumero is not really Wuthering Waves specific, but one of the biggest gacha content creators. I could have had dinner with all 4 of those yesterday, but that's the debuff of being a family man, you know? You gotta put family first, of course. But god damn it, was I frustrated, like So I got back home because I was driving. I was the one driving back home. I got back home. I was scrolling through Twitter as well. I saw a picture from Sabu, and I saw a picture from Nerumero, and they was like literally the exact same angle. I was like, okay, I think they're here together because I think they're friends. I know they're friends. And then later on, I see them go to dinner, and I messaged Sabu. I was like, "Oh, Sabu, you're here as well?" He said, "Yeah. We just And then he told me that just after I'd split from Zetsu and Yuka, that he met up with them. I was like, fuck! Oh no! Devastating. What posts? So, 1 second. Let me find. I'll find it. I'll find the post I messaged that I replied to. Is this it? Oh yeah. Okay, here. This is the post. So I see this image here. Let me just pull up Nerumero as well, and at the same time, I see this image like right after, like basically the exact same time, and this is the same pose, same angle, same everything, right? So So it's like, yeah, we're in Kyoto now. We're here in Kyoto Station. I was like, okay. So like, tell me. I didn't know they were coming. I didn't know he was coming. Should I say? I was mainly like messaging to Sub. I was like, tell me earlier. Tell me earlier next time. And this is what he said. I just met up with Zetsu-san and the others right after I parted ways with them. So like, if there's another chance, let's definitely meet up. I was like, what? Yeah, yeah. I wanted to meet up. So like, by all means, next time, let's meet up. God damn it. Yeah, and then 1 second. We'll pull up Yukisaki. And this is the post from Yukisaki. No, that's from today. That's not the one. Oh, this is a post from Yukisaki as well of me, Yukisaki, and Zetsu. These are all our 3 books. There we go. So Zetsu-san like treated her, like paid for her meal, and she met up with Subchi and Nedamero. Like after that, I was like, God damn it. Oh yeah. Like I said, family comes first. We all know that. That's obvious. That's obvious. But god damn it, was I so frustrated. Like, I wanted to meet up with them. But, you know, it is what it is. Oh well. Next time. So yeah. But it was like, 1 second. I think yeah. So this is actually Yuka's opinion on the event as well. So let's just read through that. My opinions on completing the stamp rally in 1 day. Since the prize redemption, so since to get the merch stuff is until 5 p.m, it's recommended to start as early in the morning as possible. She got all 16, but that's because she lives in Osaka and she started on this whole thing at around like 7:30 in the morning, which is crazy, but again, respect. There are many stations with long waiting times until the next train, like I said, and if doing it in 1 day, there doesn't seem to be much time to sightsee. Oh yeah, that's true. So like, I was rushing, just going from station to station to station just to get the stamps. I would have loved to have gone to station, gone sightseeing around the station for about 30 minutes, then gone to the next station, but you do not have the time to do so, like, at all. It's just not possible. So that's a pretty that's one of the bad points of this event, I guess. So going to the station, seeing the general like area, cool, but you can't really go sightseeing, which kind of sucks. And even within the ticket gates, you need to pay the fare, and it adds up to quite a sum. So like, yeah, they had the stamps. They always had the stamps outside of the ticket booth thing, right? So you go from station, and you can't just like go to the station, stamp, get on the train, go to the next station. No. You had to go out of the station because that's the way they force you to pay the fare to get the stamp, and you have to get in and go pay again to the next. Like I said, it cost quite a fair bit. In both money and time and sanity, because waiting in those lines does my absolute head in, and I got that for it. Just this one thing. Again, pretty cool, but oh well. So, yeah. Really glad I went, but I hope they are open to feedback, because I enjoyed the event, but there definitely needs to be like some things I need to tweak. You know? So, with that being said, I think we can go into playing the rest of 2.8 Chisa story. Last time we got up to just getting out of the Sonorosphere, right? So I need to find out. I need to like check on the status, the condition of Chisa, and then continue with the story. Remember to go to the NPCs within the area before going to the quest itself. Which NPCs are you talking about? I was just going to go down here to talk to this person here to like learn about Chisa's condition. Are there other NPCs I need to speak to? So like these NPCs, you mean? I can't speak to that one. Can't speak to that one. Okay, Trillin. Come to think of it, Platia's hometown is actually Honami City, isn't it? Huh. Yeah, she really mentions that. The one time she did was because her Platycodon... What's a Platycodon? Had sprouted. I recently learned an old Huanglong saying from Encore. The closer to home, the more timid you are. That's probably what Platia felt like when she saw her hometown in Sonoro. Maybe a nice meal will cheer her up. Didn't expect you to be so caring. Count me in then. Alright. Oh, got a trophy for that. Okay, cool. Any other NPCs I need to speak to? Not this one. Any more? Logan. How about Logan? Along with the fedora. Any new progress in the study of Honami City? Oh, I compared this Honami City in the Sonoro with the records of Honami City in Tethys' database. Turns out this Honami City is indeed a Honami City, but also not the Honami City. No riddles, please. Alright then, I'll come straight to the point. There are two main findings. First, the Honami City we find or can reach here is only a part of the original city. Second, many of the city's landmarks and sceneries are already different from the original ones. I wonder if this is caused by the power of the lament, or if the Sonora is manifesting what people imagine the city to be. Alright. Are there any other NPCs? I don't think so. I think those are the only two. I think those are only two. Are there... Before I continue... monitoring researcher? What happened? Nothing then, I guess. Kuteri? Ku, at the time I thought if she twisted it that hard my leg would snap, but it's actually recovered just fine. I heard she's still resting and will stay at the Black Shores for now. Not sure what she plans to do next. Of course she'll join the Black Shores and become a bloom bearer. Kuku. By my calculations, Chisa's combat skills are more than enough to impress Miss Camellia. Whoa, hold on. That's not for us to decide, okay? She has to choose for herself. Still, I have a feeling Miss Camellia will come out on top. Oh, mysterious scissor woman. Should I make the joke or not? If I make the joke, then Gacha Grail will go crazy. Should I make the joke just because it's funny? Because it's low-hanging fruit. It's low-hanging fruit. Talking about legs and scissoring and scissor girls, scissor women, and Chisa and Camel. Oh my god, that's just so funny. Scissor sisters, yeah, they love to scissor together at the same time too. It's just funny. Gacha Grail banned you from talking in the tweets. I wish they banned me so they stop fucking quote retweeting and like just shitting on whatever I say, even though it's just stuff that's objectively true and they're fucking retarded. Oh my god. Can I talk to this person now or yeah? How is she doing now?
Chisa-sanは今、ブラックショアの隠れ治療室に移送されています。経過を観察しながら段階的に処置しています。
Oh, okay. Wait.
長いことオーバークロー寸前の高ストレス状態下にあったせいで、 バイタルサインのデータはあまりいいとは言えません。つまり体を無理やり動かしているだけで本当は限界の状態です。ですがいいお知らせもあります。すでにいくつかの治療法を見つけました。経過を確認したところどうやら有効のようです。すぐに万全とはいかないかもしれませんが、このまま様子を見ればこれ以上の深刻化は防げるでしょう。
Okay. Do you think WuWa will make a JP-inspired region? Okay, that's actually something I was really curious about because, like, Honami City is very much inspired by Japan, right? I mean, I think we're all very clear on that. I have no idea, like, how what the 3.0 region is going to be like, because I can't imagine it'd be anything much similar to Honami City, because the surprise is already gone. The wow factor is already gone. Yeah, okay. The wow factor is already gone for this JP City region, unless they do something completely different. Like Honami City seems pretty well, depending on the time of day, really. I don't know. I can't imagine they do something similar because, like I said, the surprise factor is gone, which makes me worried that they're not going to do more regions like that, which would be a shame because I really think they should. I think they should dive deep into. I would love a Neo Tokyo type vibe, like an Akira type vibe, a Ghost in the Shell type vibe, or like a Blade Runner type vibe. I would love something like in that aspect of a world, of a region, of that sort of thing. I would love that. But because they, for lack of a better term, like blown their load on that with Honami City, I can't imagine they do much of that anymore, which sucks because, like, yeah, the Cyberpunk collaboration is coming up soon, and I really hope that they would use that as a chance to bring in a region like that, but I don't know.レムちゃん、こんばんは。あなたも京都行きたいんですか？京都めっちゃ楽しかったんですよ。レムちゃん、さっきの話聞いたかどうかわからないんですけど、その京都行った時に雪崎優香さんとゼツさんに合流して一緒に行動してたんですよ。むっちゃくちゃ楽しかった。本当に。で、その後、ちょっと家族の方に行かないといけなかったんやけど、でももうちょっと残ってたら、サブさんと、ネルメロさんにも会えるところだったんですけどね、でも、ギリギリで会えんかったんです。本当に悔しい。見ました？そっか。羨ましいですね。でも本当に、やっと会えて、すごい嬉しかったんですよ。この間の東京ゲームショウ、レムちゃんに会えなくて本当に悔しかったんですよ。でもさすがに人込みがやばかったですね、そのイベントは。ね。また今度なんかイベントがあったら、一緒になんか会いましょう。東京とかでも、大阪、関西に来て。関西来てや。暑かったもんね。Sorry guys, I'm just speaking to Remu Tarosu. She's another YouTuber. One second, let me just pull her up. And she was also in the Slipsetsu competition thing here. This is Remu Tarosu. She's mainly a live streamer. I don't know if she... 今日配信するんですか？今日するんか？あと1時間後。So yeah, Remu's going to be like live streaming later today in about an hour's time. So yeah, so she's just in chat now and she was like, enjoy Honami City and all sort of thing. I was just explaining the whole Kyoto event thing. You follow her on Instagram? Yeah. So, Let's continue on, shall we? Let's continue on, shall we? Sensei, are you like Westard hate a romance baits? And like LGT... I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah. Wait a while. Ah, arigato!
漂白者、ちょうどいいところに来てくれた。共有しておきたい情報がある。ブラックショアで例のホナミのソノラを管理下に置いたところ、内部に新たな変化を確認した。ホナミと現実のつながりは徐々に安定している。
I'm gonna say again, I love the Black Shaw's outfits. Don't ask me why. I love the outfits, and I want more of them.
ソノラが外界と周波数の交換をする際、この裂け目を通さずに行われる場合はよくあるそうだ。
You know why? No, you don't. Liars.
データが重なるときに生じた誤差かもしれない。ただ、ホナミのソノラと外界との間に別の
There's
入り
another
口があ
access
る可
point?
能性も
Alright,
否
so
定できない。
before it was just 2 access points, like 2 coordinates.
ホナミには未解明の現象や未捜索の危険なエリアが数多く存在している。引き続き研究と観測を継続しよう。彼女ならブラックショアで治療を受けたところだ。今のところ異常は見られない。
Okay.
ラベル曲
Her
線の
Rebel's
正常
curve?
な範囲。これといったオーバークロック
The Rebel's curve is like how they measure and monitor like
ホナミにいるときと同じような感覚で
resonance ability, fortes, and like whether a person is likely to overclock or something like that. If I remember correctly.
そうか。わかった。その人ならちょうどここに。情報が届いた。しばらく前にチサは行き先を告げ、一人でホナミに向かったようだ。
Oh, she went back to Honami? Okay, why would she go back?
理由まではわからない。ただ、今のホナミの様子を見てみたいと言ってたらしい。ここ数日、チサに付き添っていたテティスターミナルはスプラウツの地にいる。その子に直接聞けば何かわかるだろう。
とりあえず行ってみる。チサの性格なら考えなしに勝手な行動をするとは思えない。
Not being funny, but like Rover hasn't known Chisa all that long, so like like speaking as if he's known her for years sounds weird. Anything else you'd like to know about Honami's time flow? I was really curious about like what the time difference is.
悲鳴の力で特別なソノラの中に封じ込められた。それによって内部の時間は固まった琥珀のように
Congealed amber. It's weird that she's using the same like simile as like amber.
中で1日過ごすと外では100日以上も経っている例と近い。でも
Wait.
ホナミと現実のつながりが強まるにつれ、時間の流れるスピードが正常に戻ってきている。
As Honami's connection to reality grows stronger, the flow of time begins to restore itself. So, wait, but like, inside for a day means 100 days might have passed on the outside. Oh, wait, no, just saying as an example. Wait, I wasn't, okay. Saying that's what happened with Mount Firmament. Okay. So they're not saying that it definitely is 100 days. Because just going to say that we were in there for 2 days. So that means like 200 days passed outside? I would have felt like someone would have said something like that.
君が裂け目に吸い込まれてから、ショアキーパーはずっと心配していた。ホナミの動向を誰よりも細かく観察するほどに。
So you don't know the Westard drama? I've seen something like from what I've seen. It seems like the community's split about 2.8, and honestly, I'll give my opinion on that, but I don't really care.
幸い、ホナミの時間は外界とほとんど同じスピードになっていたおかげで、私たちとのズレは最小限で。
That answers my question. That was something I was really worried about. That you were only gone for just a bit.
他に知りたいことは
Anything else? About Chisa's stay at Black Shores? Black Shores.
ブラックショアのデータベースの閲覧権限を申請した。一般的な知識や最近の情報に関するものについて。時折、ブラックショアの生活エリアで散歩をしたり、周りの施設を観察したりする姿も見かけられた。加入したばかりの枝と同じように。詳しいことは、チサの面倒を見ているテティスターミナルが知っているはず。他に知りたいことは？私の権限の範囲内であれば何でも答えよう。確かに。
Bloomberg Sumika.
スミカは何年も前に行方不明になったメンバーだったな。
Whoa. That's a...
私たちは彼女を探したが、見つけることは叶わなかった。
She went missing many years ago. But like, Chisa said she's known her for 2 months. Unless... Wait, was Sumika in that Honami's thing before Chisa?
チサが提出した記録の中に、スミカの経歴やホナミ
So
の
saying
活
like
動
many
した
years
内容
ago.
が詳しく記されている。
Like, so the 2 months were many years?
彼女はエラー収容所で最も優秀な研究員の一人で、ブラックショアの誇らしいエリート花持ちの一人でもあった。真実を追い求める彼女の崇高な心を、製図は永遠に記録するだろう。他に知りたいことは？私の権限の範囲内であれば何でも答えよう。
Okay, so anything else you'd like to know? Yeah, what's your number and when do you get off work? That's all for now. Alright, so... Okay... Are those like cans of coffee? I think. Did you notice something strange when she was left? Performing kirigami. Kirigami is like cutting paper, basically. That. It's different to kirie, which is where you cut paper to create other images, like pictures out of that paper. Someone who's really good at that just recently followed me as well on the JP side. In fact, I'll show you some of their stuff in a minute if you'd like. Like, fantastic works as well. Like, just the intricacies, like how they can cut such fine... It's crazy.
どうやら切り紙の時にできた紙くずのようだな。それと半分くらい完成してるこの塔。
Half finished tower.
どこか見覚えが。
Twitch refused. I see. For example, okay. Kiri from Kirimasu. Well, kirigami is that one. Yes. 1 second. Let me just. I'll show you what I mean. Pull them up. Yep. So, like this person here. This is something they cut out of paper. This is not a drawing. This is cut out of paper. Like, that's just insane. And then doing the opposite here, like cutting the negative space out for Zani. That's just some retweets. Let me just go to their media. Carlotta? I have no idea how they do this. I have no idea how they do this. It's just absolutely incredible. Look at this. Look at this. Chion here. with black paper. It's absolutely incredible. Like, there was recently at an event, I saw this event, and this is where I saw most of their work. Like, just look at this, though. Like, look at up here. 1 second, let me just... Like, just the fine intricacies, like, just how thin this paper is. Like, how thin the not the thin the paper, like the sliver that's left. It's crazy. So yeah, they're following me. Anyway. Oh, hello. Oh, not with scissors. No, they're using the like X-Acto knife type things. I want him to make cheese on the paper. I'm pretty sure they will. I mean, kind of obvious that they will. Oh, there she is. Chisa's probably an example of like a perfect Japanese beauty, you know?
私を探していたんですか? ごめんなさい。安静にしていられませんでした。
What made you decide to come back?
体調は安定してきましたし、外出許可をもらってましたから。いえ、これでは自分の考えではありませんね。本当の理由は、ループから逃れた今のホナミを見てみたかったんです。歩いていたら気づきました。今の私は何ヶ月も閉じ込められた街を観光客の視点で見ていることに
Self-avowed tourist.
悲鳴の心配をせずに必死でネオンタワーに近づこうとする必要もなく自由に散策ができるようになったんだなと。悲鳴の影響はすぐに消えないでしょうが、止まっていた時間は前に進み始めたようですね。
俺たち、そして昔から住んでいたみんなの努力でこの町は新たな未来を迎えられたんだ。
新たな未来ですか。そういえばブラックショアに頼んで昔通っていた学校の
I don't think it's really possible to like make a future in a Sonora sphere. I think it defeats the point. Like, it's just not possible, is it?
学校とは連絡が取れませんでしたがある事実が分かったんです。私がホナミに閉じ込められていた時間は感覚的に2ヶ月でした。しかし外では20年以上経っていました。
20 years. So she's a hag. Sweet. Let's go.
口はチサは 20年以上前にラハイロイスタートーチ学園に入学した1年生でした。
Whoa. That. I think I heard that. Read that. Listen again.
学校とは連絡が取れませんでしたが、
Right now.
口はチサは20年以上前にラハイロイスタートーチ学園に入学した1年生でした。
Yeah, it doesn't say this in English, but in Japanese it confirms that Star Touch Academy is in the Lahairoi area. Like explicitly lays out that it says Lahairoi Star Touch Academy. Like it doesn't say anything in here though. I would have thought you would. I would have thought they would. How old is the first year? Well, it depends on the school, but if it's like typical high school in Japan, I think first years, they're either, depending on when they're born, 16 or 17.
ですが、私の知っている学生はみんなとっくに卒業をしていました。
Because of 3 years in high school, it's like 16, 17, then 18, 19, around there. Again, depending on when exactly they're born.
二人が今どこで何をしているのか、私が生きていると知ってどんな反応をするのか知る由もありません。外の世界より今では
Yeah, that makes sense. Like she's been there for a fair bit of time, but I'm still saying that it only feels like 2 months to her.
最初はみんな不慣れだ。ブラックショアには連絡を続けてもらおう。時間をかければきっと昔のつながりにたどり着くはずだ。
せっかくですし、少し散策に付き合ってもらえませんか。二人で今のホナミを見てみたいんです。
行きたい場所はあるか？
特には決めていません。ルートも時間も途中の休憩場所もまだ。やっぱり今日の私はいつもと違いますね。
大丈夫だ。散策なんだから自由に歩き回ってみよ
う。そういうことなら。
口
はチサは20年以上前にラハイロイスタートーチ学園に入学した1年生でした。
I don't know. No.
口はチサは20年以上前にラハイロイスタートーチ学園に入学した1年生でした。
学園 is usually not for higher education in the sense of like colleges or universities. 学園 is usually around, well, in the first 3 sets, like you could have a 学園. No, 学園 is usually around middle school and or high school, depending on how big the 学園, the academy is. So no, I don't think it's referring to something as like higher education, as in like colleges or university. I don't think so.
では、桜が咲き誇る水場に行きましょう。以前は言いませんでしたが、ここのビルと施設は私の実家近くと似ているんです。
懐かしいか？
ええ。歩いているだけでもたくさんの思い出が蘇ってきます。
This is a sakura quarter? There's no sakura trees.
まだ動くみたいですね。探してもらったお詫びにジュースをおごらせてください。
I saw a post on the JP side that says that it confirms that Chisa is 18 though. I don't know how true that is.
引っかかっているみたいです。
I was gonna say, I've seen this before, just whack it a few times.
私も同じことを思いました。
Like I just go shake it. Probably not a good idea, but... Lychee juice.
Hi. こういう時はやっぱりシンプルなやり方に限りますね。何か問題でも？
Just wonder if it's past its expiration date. 20 years, you know?
あの夜の缶詰覚えていますか？本質は同じですよ。私もこうして元気にしています。
The thing that really interested me was like how the moss was growing inside the watch. So it feels like all the natural stuff grows at the regular time, but all the living things in there, it feels like things are just passing a lot slower. This is a cool image.
飲み物が自販機から落ちてくる音を聞いていると気持ちが落ち着きましたね。
Oh, okay. So this is what it says in the game. So 18歳. Okay, she's 18 then. Cool.
私の国では共鳴者に対する差別や偏見は当たり前でした。学校の中も例外ではありません。ひどい言葉や怪物を見るような目、そしてわざと孤立させるためのいたずら。穏やかな日なんてなかったですね。もちろん抗ったり耐えたりしようとしましたが全部ダメでした。もう限界だと思った時。
Yeah, the resonator discrimination thing that she's talking about. I noticed that before. I've never heard about discrimination against resonators in the story so far, so I'm like, what's going on with that? Oh yeah, I mean, this is where they confirm that Star Torch is in Lahairoi. But wasn't she supposed to be like a transfer student? Or something?
あなたはやっぱり。いえ、何でもありません。スタートーチ学園は複数の国によって建設された共鳴者の学園で、
Could be like
大型の
X-Men?
科学研究都市です。 苦しみと向き合わず逃げ出した私ですが、そこではたくさんのぬくもりを感じました。そして星空を理想に掲げる人たちと出会ったんです。実家近くのブランコを思い出します。一緒にどうでしょう。二人乗りですし。
She said there, like, do you want to, like she's inviting him to sit down and play on the swings, but she's saying, in fact, no. She says, Futari Nori. I'm not sure if she's talking about the single swing can fit two people, which it looks wide enough, you could probably fit two people on there, or just because there's two of them. いえ、ただ
の時間が心地いいなと。隣には付き添ってくれる人がいて、なんだか心が穏やかになってきます。他の場所に行きたくなったら声をかけてください。目的地が見えましたね。あの桜、前はこんな風に咲いてなかった気がします。
I'm just gonna let you choose. I don't really care.
ただ幸い、このソノラは景色を永遠に留めてくれます。あの噴水、残ったネオンライト結晶に塞がれているような。水の底に何かある気が。
拾ってみよう。カセット。
I would not do that with gloves on. Cassette.
知っています。スタートーチ学園の学生がつけているデバイスにはこれと似たような周波数を保存するカセットが入っているんです。
そうだ。確かガルブレーナがカセットの話をしていた。
I said that as soon as I saw it.
私のデバイスにも入学時にもらったカセットがありますよ。
ラハイロイエリアのものがなぜここに？
ホナミのソノラにはよく出どころ不明の漂流物が流れ込むんです。おそらくその一つでしょう。
No.
何かの出
That's bullshit. Sorry, no, hang on. I need to call this out. If it's a device unique to Lahai Roy, what's it doing here? Random castaways often appear inside the Honami sonosphere. This must be one of those, like, fuck off. It's like, so like, that's a genuine question. Why is this here? It shouldn't really be here, should it? I don't know, reasons. Fuck off. I hate it when they do that. I hate it when they do that.
綺麗ですね。ええ、一緒に撮りましょう。
Yeah, it doesn't matter if Lupa's drink was here, Follow. It's not the. It's again. It's just like reasons. Like why reasons? Like nothing could get in or out, but like reasons that things could. I'm like, all right, if you say so.
Lens を見てくれ。
わかりました。
Alright. Ashinahara? Mm-hmm. Really beautiful area, you know?
子供の頃、私は両親と桜が満開の公園によく行ってたんです。紙をいろいろな形に切って何を作ったのか答えてもらってましたね。似てなくても
The Great MacGuffin.
私が答えを言うと、二人はなるほどという顔をしてくれて、あの時の桜も
I want more regions like this, but with different flavors. Like, I want darker, more run-down regions, like in this type of vibe of things too, you know? What? It was in that tower? So she found the ID card in the tower? That's his face, yeah. So he wrote the course selection guide too. It was shown for a split second. Oh, she got it in the cutscene. Oh, yeah. True. Sorry, I've had like I played the quest, went to sleep, and had a very busy day yesterday. Forgive me for that. Right. Kind of a silly thing to say, like, you've lost all your memories. Why don't you tell me about yourself? Bitch, I don't fucking know. That's the point of me losing my memories. Just the Rinasita part? Ah, fair enough. Only someone like you, Senpai, could help him. Oh, yeah, stop calling me out for now. Does she know we lost our memory yet? Yeah. They told me about you at the Black Shores, that you've lost some memories. Alright.
そうですね。私にも仲間ができました。あなたと歩むことで大切なプレゼントをもらいました。それは真相と向き合い前に進む勇気です。学生証の他にも受け取ってほしいものがあるんです。
Oh, really?
仕上がりの段階で悩んでいましたが、ホナミに戻ってきたおかげでようやくできました。ええ、なかなか複雑だったので、たくさん紙を費やしてしまいました。ホナミを模して作ったんですが、似ていると思いませんか？私の故郷はホナミの壊滅後にできた
They should have had something like those as like one of the merch stuff that you get from the event, you know? That would have been really cool. Would have fit with the character too.
どうしても空に響かせたい。隔たりをなくし、孤立していた地域を電波で一つにつなげたい。そんな思いのもと、故郷で経験した苦い思い出は忘れません。ですが、思いやぬくもりも否定しません。どれも口鉢さを形作る上で必要なものですから。
I just had an idea what they should do for the next time they have like a stamp rally type thing. I'm sorry to like just stop this. Like, you know, like you open that and it pops up. They should have the stamp where you pop it up, right, and then you stamp the characters in specific places. So the further along the event you go, the more that the whatever area is gets populated with the characters of Wuthering Waves. That'd be pretty cool, no? So you just imagine like a pop-up card thing, and it's well, this time it was a train. So just imagine if it's this event, it's a pop-up card of like a train car. As you go along the event, you get the stamp. The car becomes full and more full with the characters of Wuthering Waves. That would have been so cool. They should have done that. Like, this is cool and all, but just like I said, imagine just open it up and then on here you fill the train car with characters. That would have been so much better. Anyway.
これは私からのお礼です。
Missed opportunity indeed.
故郷に関する思い出です。
I'm really tired of the like, single option, non-option dialogue things. Just play the fucking dialogue. Jesus Christ.
そういえば、ナミポンが言っていました。カフェをもっと賑やかにしたいそうです。やってみようと思いますが、どうでしょう。立ち止まる時間も必要なんでしょう。次はブラックショアの友達を誘ってパーティーを開いてもいいですか？
Hell yeah.
先のことを決める前に車掌カフェを本当の意味で営業したいんです。
Alright. Just so we're all clear, the sweet stuff, not for me. Like, even though I fucking love Chisa as a character, just wrap it up.
私はどちらでも構いませんが、何を知りたいんですか？
about the overclocking?
私のことを心配しているんですか？それならもうあなたの前では強がりません。ブラックショアの人によると、長い間オーバークロック寸前だった私が今の状態を保っているのはもはや奇跡らしいですが、実はホナミの裂け目から抜け出す直前に
Can't you relate as a married
高い周
man?
波数に触れたんです。
Right. Here's the difference. Gaming.
周波数のおかげで共鳴エナジーが落ち着いたのかもしれません。
Sweet stuff in and of itself is fine. And that's good. But if you have a sweet moment with one person and then you continue on to have a relationship with that person, you can have sweet moments with that person. But if you're constantly meeting new people and having sweet moments again with all these new people while you're still with your wife or your girlfriend, it's fucking weird. Have one, stick with that one. Like, the repetition is annoying.
引っ張り込んだ人が最後に私のことも助けてくれたようですね。他に行きたい場所はありますか？それともこの後知りたいんですか？まだ時間はたっぷりありますよ。
He wasn't a student. He was a teacher or something. He was writing the course manual thing, wasn't he?
ごめんなさい。私は工学部の新入生だったので、あまり学園についてはわからないんです。昔のあなたの様子は、ただ人気者でたくさん友達がいたそうですよ。
But he wrote. Alright, whatever. Doesn't matter.
中に巻き込まれていなかったら、他に行きたい場所はありますか？何を知りたいんですか？
The cassette
スタ
tape.
ート落ち学園のカセットは普通のカセットとは
Maybe like a
違って
teacher's assistant type thing, maybe?
周波数が保存されている特別
Like
な
a
装置
student,
な
but
んで
like
す。保存されているのはカセットを身につけ
still
てい
weird that
る人
Rover
の
would be a
周波
a
数のバッ
student.
クアップ。その人の存在そのものを記録していると、当
It
時の
records the
先生から
person's
聞
very
きました。
existence? And that technology has been lost to time or something? Like how does like Black Shores and no other place have that same technology?
学園が会食現象に対応するために取った措置の一つのようです。それ以上のことはよくわかりませんが、他に行きたい場所はありますか？それとも
I think I've asked about anything. Let's go to the
行きまし
cafe.
ょう。友達を
そういや、起きてる時になんちゃらカフェに来るのはこれが初めてだな。
最近アブの睡眠時間が長くなっているからな。
そんなことないだろ。そもそも最初はソナラに遮られて入れなかったじゃないか。お前を探そうにも不可能だったし、周りは変な周波数ばっかりで。
それは悪かった。改めて歓迎するよ。車掌カフェにようこそ、アブ。
なんだよいきなり。ショアキーパーに頼んでブラックショアの友達に招待状を送ったから、もうすぐ誰か来るんじゃないか？
うん、そうだな。とりあえずカフェを見てみよ
う。Nothing was added to that conversation. Fucking useless. Or rather, should I say, pointless.
悪くないな。お祭りみたいな飾りだ。
来てくれましたか？ちょうどナミポンとお店を開けようと思ってたんです。
I love what you guys did with the place. Feels like a mini festival. Bro, you weren't even here the first time around. What the fuck do you know? Like, oh yeah, this place looks a lot better. Better? This is your first time here. How the fuck do you know it got better? Alright.
Abu, 車掌カフェにようこそ。
チサ、また会ったな。二人ともかしこまりすぎじゃないか。そうだ、何かうまい食べ物は。壁一面。今日のレセプションパーティーの主催は店長代理のチサだよ。
Skip. Fuck. That's my face every time Abby's on screen. Like, honestly. Like, yeah, I'm sure it does.
そ その周波数。
Alright, whatever. It's got whatever. Yeah, shut up.
そう言われても。
Okay.
お客様。
Okay, love to help. Yep. Completely no. Okay, fight. Yep.
あれ。
Party. Yep, cool. Something wrong? No idea. Don't care.
シェルターとして使って。
Don't care.
漂白者さん。これが最後の飾りで。
Okay, so we're gonna finish the decorations. Oh.
目をそらさずに、もっと笑顔で、それから皆さんを歓迎して。
Feeling a bit nervous?
友達を迎えるためのおさらいをしてます。このカフェは私にとって家のような存在。友達を家に誘うのは本当に久しぶりなので。
Jesus, Kuro put how much effort on these scenes and he just don't appreciate it. It's really sad. Yes, I don't give a fuck about Abby or the goddamn Namipons. I just don't care. I don't care how much effort they put into it. It's putting effort into something I literally could not give a less of a fuck about. If you don't like that, fuck off. I'm interested in the characters. I'm interested in the fucking story. They have nothing to do with the fucking story. They're useless, they're pointless, they need to get the fuck out because they're ruining my appreciation of the story that's on the screen. They are literally ruining it for me. I don't care how much fucking effort they put into it. Get them the fuck out. Jesus Christ.
確か高校に入ってから初めて。あなたは特別ですから。私にとって。あの時は考える余裕もなかったですし、とにかく店長として気を緩めてはいけません。
Okay, and the extras got that one over there and that one over there. I can do them in either order. Yeah. Okay. I saw this in person. Like the stand thing. I don't know how or why she has a cutout stand of herself. That's a bit strange, but I saw this in person. Like this exact thing. I'm still confused, like, why she has a cutout stand of herself, like, in-game, in lore. What's this? Oh, so she didn't make it. Okay, Namipon made it. Alright. Do I need to flex on you? Yes, I do. I absolutely need to flex. Oh. Missed on the cute dialogue. If it's not to do with Chisa, I don't care. Oh. Shopkeeper.
Chisa. 時間通り来た。ここで待っているということは、もしかして遅刻だった？いえ、そんなことは。来てくれてありがとうございます。
As cute as the original? Yeah, I'm not choosing that fucking option.
車掌カフェへようこそ。
In my opinion, Showkeeper is like canon wife. Like she's not even my favorite character, but story-wise, I think she's the most like it suits story-wise or narrative-wise that Shopkeeper should be the wife of Rover. Yeah, cool. Midkeeper, get out. Don't say that in Japan, they'll lynch you.
その様子だと2人はブラックショアで顔を合わせたんだな。
ええ、健康診断を担当してくれたのがショアキーパーさんでした。それ以外にもいろいろと助けてもらったんです。
チサは時間の流れるスピードが異常なソノラの中で長い間オーバークロック寸前の状態を維持していたから、テティスシステムによる総合的な診断が必要だった。
Real wife is fem rover, like turning to self-cessed? I'm good.
言われた通り来たよ、ボス。
Oh, Budding.
今度はカフェを経営することになったの？
I'm just a customer. Boss.
どっちでも大丈夫。出かける前に占ったら、化粧によると八方からお客さんが来たり、財に満ち溢れる大吉だってさ。今日はお店のオープンに一番いい日だよ。
I still have so many questions about sonorospheres in general, like in Wuthering Waves, like in lore, like how it's possible to have real things made and like eaten and drank and in sonorospheres. Like, doesn't that create a severe, I want to say problem, but not even really a problem, like a severe question of just like, in 1.0 where we went on that stupid quest to find all the things, and the point of that quest was to learn how people were struggling to getting food and living, etc. I'm like, just go to a sonorosphere. They've got all free stuff in there. You can just eat as much as you want, drink as much as you want. If that sonorosphere has that stuff, you can just eat and drink whatever you want and just live in there, safe from everything else out. Why would you just not live in a sonorosphere like forever? Like, leave the real world, go into a sonorosphere, and just stay there. A sonorosphere needs a constant energy to be sustained. Like, they're just there. They're just chilling. Like a mineral node. Yeah, you just go in there, just mine everything. Like, you get. They actually brought things out from a sonorosphere into the real world as well. That happened in Encore's companion story quest, where they had something in the sonorosphere and they brought it out, which I think should break a lot of laws of physics, but that's just me. Yeah, sonorospheres bring up a lot of questions rather than answers, and I don't think they're being explored to the degree that they probably should be. But yeah, it's just weird. That's like staying in the Matrix because you like steaks, but like, why wouldn't you? Like, if you can go in and out of the Matrix at will, why wouldn't you?
大したことじゃないって。うちとボスの仲だし。けど、何か美味しいものでもおごってもらおうかな。会えて嬉しいよ、チサ。
You can live in reality, just go into a sonorosphere, get the stuff you need, bring it into reality with you. I don't think you're like understanding the problems I'm presenting properly.
ナミポンって言うんだ。はじめまして。そうだ、お店を案内してくれないかな。さっき周辺を歩き回ったからちょっと疲れちゃってさ。
Thoughts on the story as of now? So far, for the most part, I've been enjoying it. But there are some parts I'm just like, alright, wrap it up. What's the matter? Encore Buling? Oh, so it's just Encore Buling and Shopkeeper?
他の人は外出しているか任務に当たっている。 あんこは自分の部屋に閉じこもってテティスシステムから出された宿題と戦う決心がついたみたい。
Ryuuku isn't a shoujo fan? You don't know me well, do you? I watch all sorts of anime. I read all sorts of manga and manhwa. I'm very fine with enjoying shoujo stuff as well, as much as shonen. So, no, that's not the issue. It's time for another holiday. Speaking of holiday, I wonder, you know, like how Zani has her skin thing. I wonder if anyone from the Rinisita people would come as well. Zani should come here.
あんこなら言いそうだな。
あんこってあのピンク色の髪の子ですか？この前スプラウツの地で数学の宿題を手伝いました。なかなか頭がいい子ですね。私が教えた公式や解法をすぐマスターしてましたし。
Anka's new tutor.
パーティーまで少し時間があるので、とりあえず中に入りましょう。飲みたいものがあれば用意しますよ。
何でもいい。これは
She's embarrassed of the cutout of herself.
カフェのマナーとして記念して時間を合わせないようにする。
Showkeep is like stupidly formal about everything. Oh, it's funny. Right. Talk to everyone. Typical Android response. Yeah.
大丈夫だよ。カフェの飾りを楽しんでるの。店内が明るくて材の木が漂ってる。そうそうない服の地だね。Honamiといえば、ボス、この廃れた町に何か特別な残響がないか見に来ただけだったけど、気づいたんだよね。外の世界にもここよりも静かな場所はなかなかないってことに。
Is that good or bad?
いいことだよ。ここで生活していた多くの人の執念が晴れて散っていったわけだから。そうだ、ここのコーヒー豆最近入荷できてないでしょ。今度うちが
I don't care. Don't care.
どうぞ。お口に合うかわかりませんが。
ありがとう。ちょっと苦い。でも耐えられる。
More sugar.
大丈夫。私にとって新しい味というだけだから。二人とも
Wife keeper.
スタートーチ学園、つまりあなたたちが通っていた学園についてブラックショアは調査を続けていたの。けど分かった情報は学園のあるラハイロイエリア全体がボイドストームによって遮られ、外とのつながりが断たれている状態ということだけ。
So this is a new Wave 1 phenomena we haven't experienced yet, isn't it? I don't think we've had a void storm before. Have we?
会食現象の一つ。
Yeah, okay. Answers my question. There we go.
通信用のシグナルも封鎖を突破でき
When it's active, any form of communication is blocked. Isn't that convenient?
今は学園に行けないんですか？
Yeah, just as much as like say Rinisita was also. Wait, Camillea's here?
みんなここにいたんだね。私に内緒で何か面白そうなことをしてるの？
Nice. I thought you couldn't make it. I like how the music switches up when Camillea's here. Like it was all chill before, and then Camillea's here. It's like, oh, let's fucking go, because she's like crazy.
そんなわけないでしょ。あなたは常に一番優先なんだから。
Oh god.
任務に行ったんじゃなかったの？
ちょっと早めに切り上げてきた。ブラックショアの海面に街が現れたって知ってたらもっと早く帰ってきたのに。あなたがチサだね。
はじめまして。
I want to see these two fight. I want to see Camellia and Chisa fight, like full on. That would be so amazing. Whatever.
ホナミの調査報告書を読んできたけど、残念。一番楽しいところが終わってるなんて。パーティーの席を増やしてもらえるかな。私も楽しみたいな。
Sorry, I was just thinking in my head right there, like how the character dynamics and character interactions should be, but I think I'll save that. Remind me to continue on this thought at the end of the quest. I think it's something I want to talk about a bit more, but for now I just want to continue with the quest. But that's funny. Remind me to talk about how I think each character's relationship with Rover should be. I want to talk about that. But that's just funny. Oh, don't mind me, I'm just standing on the fucking sofa.
定期的に滅びを迎える廃墟都市。人をオーバークロックさせるネオンライト。
Isn't it really bad for Camellia to be here? Because she's always on like she's like switching between overclocking and not and back from overclocking, right? No?
素敵だと思わない？私も巻き込まれてたらどれほど良かっただろうね。何も言わないと約束してくれたことにするよ。オーバークロック寸前の苦しみに耐え死の恐怖に勝つね。とても才能のある種みたい。
Oh.
チサ、私が行う枝の試験参加してくれるかな？
Take the test.
試験とは
Take the test.
どういう？
Fight.
私を倒すか？
Yeah, let's go. Go on, fight.
それはブラックショアの伝統ですか？
No, it's just Camellia's little tradition.
心配はいらないよ。まだその時じゃない。完全な状態を取り戻せたら踊りを見せてもらうね。
Yeah, Alto would have been really fun in this scene as well. Because he's really perceptive about what of just his surroundings and like how people interact with things. So I feel like he could have been like a little bit like a I don't know. I don't know if he'd provoke it or try and diffuse it. I have a feeling he'd try and provoke it just for the shits and giggles. Special guest?
全クラジオ視聴中のみんな元気にしとくか。俺はアートだ。アートさん、早速リリーランドの出来事についてお話を聞かせていただけませんか？
Wait. So, is Alto in the Sonorosphere in Honami City? Like, if so, cool. But like, if that is the case, then that means he's inside and he's gone to the radio station and he's in the booth with the DJ, which then further means that the DJ has been there the entire time as well. Alright. I fucking hate scalpers.
どうやら初めてのトラブルじゃなかったらしい。団長のグラントが事情を把握すると、闇に紛れて相手の拠点に侵入したんだ。それで買い占められたチケットと証拠の帳簿を取り出したわけさ。
This could have been like another side quest. Why didn't they? Imagine like a team up between Alto and Brant, like to rip off the scalpers. That would have been fun. It just meant Brant was too good to need our help. Yeah, I don't care. I don't need to have Rover there. I could have had a side quest where we're playing it in the POV of Brant. That doesn't excuse it. But we could have had a part where we played in the POV of Alto, like do a stealth type thing to get the intel, and then bring it to Brant, and then we switch POV from Alto to Brant, and then Brant goes in to like fuck shit up.
このラジオ、ホナミ以外のシグナルもキャッチできるようになったのか。
Yeah, look, he was undercover, getting information. So this radio can receive signals from outside Honami now. Okay, so before it was just a loop from whenever the lament first happened, and now it's a radio, which then begs the question: there's a radio station outside in real life. Where is that? When are we going to go visit that at some point in the future? Oh, don't get on the chair. I'm not talking to those fucking rats.
皆さん揃ったことですし、おやつも飲みも。
Let's get this party. What? That parfait looks really cool. I would eat that. Blueberries, cream, sprinkles, pretzel. Oh hell yeah. Cake's fine, but I'm more of a tart person. Tart or pies. Hot. Perfectly cut. I'm surprised they didn't make those flying koi kites echoes. Oh, that's Sumika! No? Damn it, just missed.
Honami で過ごす夏の夜、私は願い事をしました。こんな楽しい時間がずっと続きますように。
I've just noticed someone gifted, an anonymous gifter, gifted a 1 month tier 1 sub to a Namipon. You're hilarious. Thank you, but... Oh, his hand. Wait, his hand was like to the point of fading there. Did we get drunk? Don't skip any of this. If it's not interesting, I swear to God, I will ban you. You got tired and decided to take a rest at the cafe? Cool. I did. Watching the meteor shower? Did you not sleep well? Where's Chisa? Chisa shook up before and she tiptoed out to get some fresh air. She didn't want to bother you? Okay. The story you don't know. I'm not talking. Tag. Morning.
まるでホナミで初めて冒険をした日に戻ったような気分です。開業初日パーティー、無事に終わりましたね。おかげで特別な夜になりました。
Yeah, I noticed she's... Well, Rover told her to, like, not bother calling us senpai anymore, so I think that's probably why.
営業開始。そして、出会いを記念する素敵な時間にできたと思います。たとえ、今すぐ皆さんと別れることになっても、後悔はありません。
So you made a decision?
はい。これからのことは、もう決めました。一度故郷に帰って両親を探してみます。それからスタートーチ学園に戻って学業に
It's been 20 years since she saw her parents, so like they must be like old as fuck right now. Like in their 60s or 70s, if they're still alive at all.
あの時、タワーの時と同じように。破れない壁はありません。帰ります。
Interstellar moment? Yeah, it is kind of like an interstellar moment, isn't it?
破れない壁なんてない。
しばらく別々の道を歩むことになりますが、すべてが終わったらきっとまた会えると信じています。いえ、その時が来たら私から会いに行きます。もちろん。
Imagine Mommy Chisa though. Yeah, you're right. Hi, sir.
まだ
Hell yeah.
ブラックショアで診断を受ける必要がありますし。ただ、椿さんの提案通り、ブラックショアに入ってみるのもいいかなと思っています。冗談ですよ。
That would be Rio. Oh, Rio is such a babe.
この言葉は
She does look like Rio as well. She's just missing the halo.
漂白者さん、いろいろと力になってくれてありがとうございました。
Handshake. What a weird fade to black. Oh, okay. We've not had one of those in so long. Like since 1.0, no?
何かに引き寄せられてるような。
あれはスタートーチ学園。
Hmm? is that the other coordinate that was being mentioned at the beginning? And that's how, because they say you can't really get there because of the void thing, so we're going to use this sonorosphere as like a black hole type thing, like it connects these two different locations. Is this how we're going to get to Lahairoi? That would make sense, you know? Like if it's like really isolated and you can't get in there because of the void storm, we're using like this as a loophole to like bypass that, like tunnel, like black hole tunneling underneath or through or whatever you want to say.
異常なつながりは断たれている。これでしばらくは大丈夫そう。まだ答えはわからない。でも
identical to the void storm。
ボイドストームと似た周波数を検知した。考えられるのはこの裂け目がラハイロイエリアとつながっている可能性。
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, this part here. That's what I'm saying. The most likely scenario is that this rift is acting as a conduit, like a connecting thing between here and the Lahairoi region. So, like we've got 3 coordinates in this whole thing. We've got the middle coordinate, which is Honami City, the sonorosphere of Honami City. We've got the other coordinate here, which is where we got in through from the Black Shores, and this other third coordinate is with Lahairoi. So because we can't get to Lahairoi in reality because of the void storm, it's all been like isolated. So we're going to use this as like to bypass that. We're going to go from Black Shores to the sonorosphere of Honami, and then from here to Lahairoi. Wormhole. I said black hole. Wormholes. Yeah. Well, black holes and wormholes are very interconnected, but yeah, wormhole, yeah, using the sonorosphere to get through. It might have been how Scar escaped from through a sonorosphere, but you would expect that they'd have like anti-sonorosphere tech in those kinds of prisons, no?
当時、私はスタートーチ学園でボイドストームに遭い、穂波市に巻き込まれたんです。今の状況は
But Scar can open sonorospheres, just like Encore and other characters too.
あの封鎖されたラハイロイに行けるかもしれません。
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Isn't that a viable option?
理論上はいけるはず。でも内部の周波数はとても混乱している。部活に入ってしまうと迷ってしまう可能性が高い。少なくとも今はまだ危険。
Investigate the area around the rift. Let's just talk to people. Can we talk to people? Nope, can't talk to them. Can't talk to him. Can't talk to her. I'm guessing we talked to Platia. Oh, she's the person that was being talked about earlier. The Platikodos, or whatever the plant was called before. Adjusting the receiver. Yeah, we get that. You just said that. Don't say it fucking again. Clockwise.
あれ、違う。
すると
うわあ、
千葉さん、新制服のデザインについてなんですが、このようなデザインを採用した理由などはありますか？
What, is this like a recording from the past or something?
このデザイン、実は
Oh, no, that's her mother, maybe. Oh, yeah, it is. Okay. I thought it was like asking Chisa herself and then like some time slip stuff, but no, okay.
学園の理念とよく合っていますね。この制服を見たら、きっとちーちゃんも喜んでくれる。
I can only imagine just how hot her mother is, though. Just like, you know, I'd love to see that, just personally.
衝撃とかで調子が悪くなっちゃったのかな。
ナミポン、ラジオが受信してたのはラハイ
She has a husband. It's been 20 years. Maybe he's gone. I don't know. We don't know.
ラジオにあったカセットのおかげで裂け目の向こうから来た周波数を受信できるようになったんだ。ひょっとして
さっきのは
Check it with the
ラジオ
tower.
のトーク番組。でもどうしてお母さんの声が。つまりお母さんは今スタートーチ学園に。どうして。まさか行方不明になった私を探すため。
Of course she is. Why wouldn't a mother? Why wouldn't the family look for someone that's gone missing? Of course she'd be looking for you.
しばらくは一人にしておいた方が良さそうだ。
Yeah, I think even despite being a bit distant, family would still look after family. Unless something really fucked up happened, you know?
そのラジオの周波数は特別よ。
裂け目の向こう側、これを直して
わかった。
Okay.
その座標
I read that, by the way. Yeah, they can pick it back onto the coordinates to get to Lahar. I'm reading. I'm very fast at reading, so just can't be able to listen to that rat.
裂け目が安定するように協力する。あなたたちの安全確保が最優先。もしラハイロイにスタートーチ学園に行くとしたらの話だけど。
What do you know about Lahai Roy?
あれは
Why am I hating the rat so much? Because they're ruining my experience of the story.
長年雪に覆われているせいで人口が少なく文明を導く祭種が存在しないけれど
They don't have a sentinel?
諸国から
Alright.
参加した科学研究の組織スペーストレックコレクティブが
Multinational alliance known as Space Trek Collective.
研究員を設立した。学園に入るには厳しい。
We already had a snow region with Mount Firmament, though, no?
出発前に
I mean,
私が
I'm
材
fine
料
with
を
that.
用意しておいてあげる。
More snowboarding.
どうやら2番目に行く予定でしたが前倒しになりそうですね。私はスタートーチ学園に戻りたいんです。家族
How fast do I read? Well, when you have a lot of experience reading, you get faster and faster.
確かとはいえやるべきことは変わりません。ええ、まずは待つしかなさそうです。この先で待つ未来も一 緒に立ち向かいましょう。宇宙が私たちを拒んだ。
I can only assume that's the goddess, no?
これがあなたの追い求めていた答え。私はあなたの誇りになる。
Like talking about the universe, it feels like something the goddess would say, no?
なければいいな。どうかしましたか？いきなり振り向いて。声？ラジオは壊れたんじゃ。
But isn't it broken? You sure you didn't hear anything strange?
多分少し疲れてるんだと思います。一度
Should we go back to the
カフェ
cafe?
に戻って休みましょう。
I'm good.
チサには聞こえなかったのか。だがただの幻聴とは思えない。
Is there anything that we can see from here? 2 shorekeepers. Double the shorekeeper.
私も裂け目内部のトンネルを安定させてみる。
Did you hear any voices on the radio earlier?
私には最初から何も聞こえなかった。でもさっき一瞬だけどホナミのソノラから独立した存在、まるで別の時空に
Beyond a singular
存在
dimension.
しているような。
Alright. Ah! Disappeared. Can we like look? No, I can't get closer. Anything else around here? Let's see. That I'm missing? I don't think so. I don't think there are any NPCs that I'm missing, are they? No, I'm not talking to the fucking Nemipons. Can't speak to Chisa? Alright. I think... Platia? Platia, where's Platia? Oh, there she is. Oh, thank you.
この町覚えています。昔、大人たちの目を盗んで妹とこっそり賑やかなデパートを見に来ました。二人で楽しい午後を。
So Honami is your hometown?
ホナミが悲鳴に潰された時、私は家から離れる列車に乗っていたんです。当時両親と喧嘩をしたばかりで。
Yeah, she looks very young. Like this has been like since like 20 years or so.
ための時間はありました。現実のホナミは広い無音区しか残っていません。それでもこのソノラの中では今も存在しています。私のやるべきことは変わりません。残響の収集と悲鳴の痕跡を分析し、いつか。
Alright. Any more? Any more? Any more? I can't see. I don't think there's anyone. I don't think there are any others, are there? Oh, let me just get this. Let me just get this. Still, I need to like collect all these. And this one too. Oh, what's it? What, 3 boxes? What's these 3 boxes? On the other side of this building over here. Pick up Perilla. There. Gingy. I still haven't seen anyone hit the jetpack. Contaminated capsule machine. Ooh! Oh! Free Astrite, let's go! Didn't expect you to hit the jackpot on every single, on every capsule machine. Like, no. The legendary super fortune of Honami. There's a legend like that? Anything? No, I've already done those. Unless you can get them again. More? No. Damn. Free Astrite. Let's go. Jiro and Eriko. No? Ah. Pop anime culture into Honami Crossing. Miss, I'm afraid Master would never approve of such a proposal. Like Ikea, don't you think Crossing is dreadfully boring as it is? Not a single shop leaves any real impression. Well, Shasho Cafe stands out a little, I suppose. By then we'll have more anime merchandise shops and mascots parading down the street. I don't need any more fucking mascots. The higher-ups of the corporation will certainly raise objections. Good. I raise any objections to the mascots too. What's he doing? Who's he, like... whatever. I think we've already spoken to everyone. Right, so, I wanted to talk about what I feel should be the dynamic between characters, or like, just for example, of the characters that we saw in the cafe earlier. So there was... in fact, they mentioned that Encore was coming. We didn't see Encore at all. They said that Encore was coming, but she didn't arrive. Like, what the hell's going on there? They fucking lied. So we saw Chisa, Camellia, Booling, and Shorekeeper, with Rover there as well. She was busy with math, but she said she was going to come. She lied. Alto should have been there too, but like, that's a different conversation. And... right. I've seen the some of the conversation. I've not seen all of the conversation, but I've seen some of the conversation that's been going on online about the sweet moments that we just went through with Chisa. And some people don't really like it, and others have been on the side of defending it, in the sense of like, if you don't like those sweet moments, then you just have a problem with anime tropes, or you have a problem with gacha or whatever. I'm like, honestly, out of the two, I'm more on the side of like, yeah, I don't really like the sweet moments. But in saying that, listen, in saying that, yeah, it is a trope. It is something that happens in anime a lot. It's something that happens in gacha. It's happened in Wuthering Waves. It's happened in Wuthering Waves several times, but I think that's the problem. The problem is that we are having what seems to be like near on the exact same sweet moment over and over and over. Like, we had it before. The first one that really stood out was with Shorekeeper, and Shorekeeper was here as well. The first one that really stood out to me anyway was with Shorekeeper. We had a sweet moment before that with Changli as well, and kind of with Jinsu, but not so much. We had one with Camellia, and then over and over and over. And that's the problem. I think the problem isn't the trope itself. Tropes are tropes for a reason. And tropes in and of themselves are not a problem. The problem is like how those tropes are executed, how those tropes are being presented. It really is all in the context of things. It all is in like, it's not just in a vacuum. And if this was the first time that we had experienced that kind of sweet moment, I don't think anyone would really have a problem. I think the problem is that they're Kuro, in what they're doing, they're playing the same note over and over and over, and the note is getting stale. Like, I enjoy the cute moments, but it's very weird to have it over and over and over again. Like, if I wanted to experience that cute moment over again, I would like play another game or watch a different anime or read another manga or something like that. But when it comes to like in a particular series, one thing I'll show you an example of what would really is a way that you could have multiple possible love interests, multiple possible multiple girls and multiple characters, and have them all meshed together in a way. This is a massive ensemble cast. Fuck's sake. School Rumble. School Rumble is one of the best series ever. The first episode was in 2004. The manga was, of course, before that. If you haven't seen School Rumble, do yourself a favor, go watch it. Right. So, can I get this as a bigger image, please? No? Is that as big as I'm going to get this? That's what she said. No, I've never been told that. Fuck off. I don't... open image in new. So there's actually more characters than just these here. And School Rumble is a case of where you have kind of like dual protagonists. And it plays into both shoujo and shonen, like at the same time, and it's really masterful in how it does this. Like the shoujo aspect of that would be from the perspective of Tenma here, Tsukumoto Tenma, and the more shonen aspect and the more like harem aspect of it would be with Harima Kenji, which is like this dude up here. And there are, as you can see, multiple girls in here. The main, I'm going to just quickly explain a quick explanation. Harima Kenji likes her, and then her sister is this one here, and this is like the typical blonde twin-tailed tsundere, like the hime. There are multiple possible love interests for this dude here, but this dude only has eyes for this girl, but this girl only has eyes for, is he in this image? Yeah, this boring ass like mob psycho 100 looking dude of it down here, right? And all these other characters, and they all have different interactions with each other, and they mesh together. And there are sweet moments with Harima Kenji, with other characters as well. Mainly here, this character and this character. In fact, she's the younger sister of this girl, and these two are classmates. But he's also had some other moments as well. Long story short, there's a way to present an ensemble cast and play into and balance the harem aspects and have multiple sweet moment aspects in the same series and not have it feel stale. So it's not the trope of having these sweet moments is not the issue. It really is a matter of context and how it's presented. And if you keep presenting like I'm saying, the sweet moment the same way over and over and over again, but just with a bit different backstory. Okay, so Shopkeeper's been like in stasis for several whatever it is, and then she's woken up to Rover, and Rover's the one that created her or whatever it is, and that's the reason why she has that sweet moment. And the Camellia's got the my seed thing. The reasons are different, but the way they are being presented in the story between those characters and Rover is always the same. Like, you could replace whichever character with it's always presented in very much exactly the same way, and it's the repetition that is the problem. It's the repetition that's the problem. Like, if I eat cereal, if I just have cornflakes, I like cornflakes. But if I have cornflakes every morning for like day after day after day, week after week, month after month, I'm gonna get fucking tired of cornflakes. I'm gonna want to like switch it up. I think I said the same thing last stream as well. Just being given the same thing over and over and over again is boring. I want to have variety. And I think that's the main thing that a lot of people are getting like stuck on, is that the only thing that's changing is like the face. But but the actual thing itself that's being sold is the same. And people only buy the same thing so many times until they get bored of it. You know? Does that make sense? Hanima and Eri, one true pairing. In fact, in the manga, these two did get together. Let's go! I'm like, I was always for them. I was like, Eri's. Oh, I love Eri. Anyway. Can you open the Wikipedia of School Rumble and look what someone reviewed? What? Someone. Don't. For the love of God, do not say that someone rated it badly. It's like, it's one of the best ones ever. I'm not even fucking kidding. Which part do you want me to read? Oh, I did not know this. This is new. Akasuka, the creator of Kaguya-sama Love is War, has revealed that he was inspired by School Rumble to create Kaguya-sama. Oh, that makes so much sense! That makes so much sense! Okay, found that part, thank you. I'm going to read this here. The stories are really quite simple, as well as being things that we've seen done dozens of times before. Yet it manages to infuse it with a great deal of fun and humor, even if it's familiar. There's a certain energy here that works in the shows, in the show's favor, as well as bringing in some different elements in terms of the characters. It also doesn't hurt that several of the characters really are quite dim, which is a nice contrast from the usual kinds of leads. Yeah, again, that's literally what I just said as well. Like, it doesn't matter that they're bringing the same thing that we see given to us, the tropes in anime and manga over and over. It doesn't matter that they're using tropes. Everything that matters, it's just all presentation. It's all presentation, but if you keep presenting it the same way, you're going to get bored. Like, how many times have you seen, like, can I speak correctly? Apparently not. How many times have you seen an isekai where it's a typical, they get hit by a truck, they wake up in another world, they look very much like Kirito, and they have a broken skill, and they are like pretty much kind of boring, and everyone throw. I can list off like 50 of those types of titles just from the top of my head. But the manga and the anime that stand out are the ones that don't stick to that. Of course, there is going to be a manga or anime that does do that, but they're typically the series that like started the trope in the first place. Just because they did it and they did it well doesn't mean it's something to constantly do over and over again. It's always important to do something and bring something different. If you don't have something different, people aren't going to be interested. Like, why would I do this when I can just get that? You need something to draw people in. And if you're just showing the same thing over and over and over again, it's not interesting. You know? Like, honestly. Like, I read a lot of fucking... I read a lot of trash. I read a lot of fucking trash. No, but I know it's trash. The problem is, though, that we've seen that Kuro, with Wuthering Waves, and also with PGR as well, is that they're capable of giving us a lot more than just trash. I'm not saying that I'm thinking the 2.8 is trash, but that's just what I'm saying. We've seen that they are capable of giving us a lot more, so when we don't get that, it feels like they're not putting effort into it. You know? It's like, again, to use another analogy, because I love my analogies. Imagine you go to another restaurant, again, food analogies specifically. You go to a restaurant, and you've been to that restaurant, and you know that they can serve a fantastic, let's say, pizza, burger, pasta, doesn't matter, whatever it is. They serve a fantastic cake, and you go there sometimes, and it's like, you order the same thing. You order the same thing, and sometimes it comes out, and it's like, it's perfect, it's amazing. And then other times you come there, it's like, it should be the same, but it just doesn't hit right. Because it feels like they didn't put the effort in. And when those let's just say patches come up, it stands out more. It stands out a lot more. You know? Follow, thank you so much. I'm gonna use that because that's a better analogy. I'm gonna read what Fololo said just verbatim. Like when you get McDonald's, sometimes the fries are hot and crispy, sometimes they're a bit soggy. Yeah, exactly. And when you get the hot and crispy ones, best fucking fries. But when they're like soggy, like just like a limp dick, I'm not interested in eating limp dick, you know? Just personally. If you're into that, all the power to you, but just not for me. So it really is kind of like that. I think that's part of the issue. You know? What? Did I say something strange? Oh! Wait. Didn't... I thought, I saw something on my timeline. Ah, here. In fact, let me have a look. Because I asked on Twitter, like, what, do people not like 2.8? I don't understand what the problem is. And some people said, oh, just, it's because of Gacha Smack. I was like, what did he say? So I thought it'd be interesting to, like, look. I've not seen this yet, so I'm interested to look at this to see what he's saying. Has anyone seen this? But let's have a look.
You have my word. I am not here to do a I'm right about 2.8.
I don't like doing reactions. I'm not going to post this on YouTube because fuck that.
Tell people that if they enjoyed it, it's because you're a loser. I'm not here to do that, I promise. I have thought deeply about why I didn't like this story. And I have thought deeply.
Smack said 2.8 enjoys our Kurobots and incels. Did he? I don't know, maybe. One sec, let's turn the sound off on this, just so it's not like overlapping. I've seen some people say that, oh no, not this guy. I'm like, don't want to hear him. I like Smack. Like, I think he's a fantastic dude. So, if you don't like him, that's fine. That's your that's up to you to choose who you like and who you don't like. I just want to listen to what he's saying. Because I don't know what people's problem with 2.8 is. I have problems with 2.8. I have significant problems with 2.8. Overall, I enjoyed it, but I still have problems. I want to know why people are saying, oh, he's like going like crazy. I'm like,
why others did not enjoy it. I have done a number of things to try and get down to the bottom of this, because one thing I always state is many people will tell you something sucks or something is good, but they actually are horrible at communicating precisely why they thought that was the case. And I found the answers. I have actually found why I hated 2.8 the first half, thought it was a 2 out of 10, and why I actually enjoyed the second half much more, but still was like, who cares, who gives a fuck? All I'd strive to do here is provide insight for both sides to maybe see why one side may like it and why one side didn't. Because through research, through constant patience and education, you can kind of figure these things out. Now, there's one big problem that I want to start with 2.8. It was exposition dumping. And you know what's crazy? I've heard a lot of people say this to me in the comment section as a response to a review I gave. And they're like, you know what the problem is, Smack? It's exposition dumping. But I never actually stopped to go and research what they mean by that. I know it like kind of inherently, but I then looked up the definition. And the definition here says, it's a conversation in which characters provide necessary background information to the audience, such as details about their history, setting, or plot. And that clicked on me immediately. I was like, oh my God, yeah, that is a big problem in these gacha games. Particularly Wuthering Waves.
For a lot of things, really, not just gacha games, just anime and manga.
Introducing you, by the way, very important elements of a story. This is the thing about the exposition. It's one of the most important things of the story. If you don't have it, you don't know what the fuck's going on and why it's going on. And so it's crucial to have it. But it's even more crucial to introduce it in a natural sense of conversation. And if you don't do this, then it just comes off as excessive information overload. And it's in a static sense where you
that was the problem that people had with 1.0, just the old info dump.
At all the information overload. Now, what is missing? What's the recipe in that formula piece that's missing to keep you locked in? It's the other fucking party giving responsive feedback to the exposition being conveyed through a banter sense. And I learned this by going back and watching Final Fantasy VII Remake, the scene where Cloud and Aerith are on the rooftops walking through Midgard and just filling each other out, having banter. But at the same time, you're learning about Midgard, about that area that they're in, soaking in the world and atmosphere behind them. But you're also learning the personality of Cloud, how he responds to certain things, the personality of Aerith, how they're filling each other out. And you're starting to see a bond be formed, and it's evolving through this transaction here. And then when any sentimental moments happen, you're able to appreciate them, cheesy or cringy or not, because you saw that bond being formed through that merry little adventure and experience of exposition formed through the dialogue of communications. What I learned in 2.8 is when you're watching Chisa talk with Rover, It's just Chisa explaining everything about the city, how she got there, why she's there, so on and so forth. Very important things, by the way. Very important things. And Rover is a half mute, and all of his lines are one-liners responding to her venting in a perfect fashion or responding to the exposition in a like objective sense. But there's no fucking connection really being established here. It's just, I'm gonna tell you everything. You're gonna listen, maybe respond sometimes, maybe answer my question with another question. But there's not actual dialogue in a natural sense. And this, once you understand this and you go through that quest again, you'll start to see, at least if you're being fair, why so many people were like, oh my fucking God, I'm over this. I can't. My mind is exhausted because there's no real adventure and connection being formed through these two parties. It's just exposition, exposition, exposition. He says a one-liner that's perfect response to her venting, her lack of confidence and insecurities. He says another one-liner to how they can overcome things. And then you see these sentimental, intimate moments that don't feel earned at all. At least they didn't show it through the playthrough at all. You just see them and people are like, cinema, not everybody.
I mean, so far he's not really wrong. Like, from everything he's just said, he's not really wrong. Like, honestly, like, whenever it comes to Rover, I do not, like, Rover says something, when I get the options, I don't care. I'm just like, just fucking play. I do not, like, listen to, I skip the Namipons, I skip Abby, and I like, read it, but I don't really take in what Rover's saying, because honestly, Rover barely ever says anything of any actual import, because Rover doesn't know shit, because of, like, lack of memories. It's very rare that Rover actually has something of important to say, like, or when they actually have personality, like in For Lover's Quest. Like in For Lover, he actually felt like he was I say he because I play male Rover, like they were an actual character with motivations and doing things, but for the most part they've just been really fucking bland. And that's something I've been like critical of since forever. Like, I hate bland as fuck self-insert protagonists. Like, my opinion is, like, protagonists should have their own personality, but there should always be something in the protagonist that can allow the viewer or the reader or the player or whatever to connect with them. Like, you can think of any other anime, manga, whatever. Think of, like, more recent ones like Dandadan or Gachakuta. Like, they all have very distinct characters. They all have very distinct main protagonist characters with their own personalities, their own motivations, and their own flaws and their own perfections, for lack of a better term. Sometimes not really perfections, but you get what I'm saying. But there's always something in that character, almost always anyway, in that character that makes you connect with them. And I think when it comes to these bland protagonists, it's like they don't want to put anything in the character that would isolate them from anyone. So this is them trying to capture as many people as possible by having the character be as bland and as, like, one note, no nothing. This is a blank canvas. You can put yourself, all of you on them. And that way they're trying to connect to everyone. But you know what they say, like, a game for everyone is a game for no one, or same thing here. When it comes to, like, protagonists, if you try to make the protagonists, like, appeal to everyone by making them so bland, I don't know, I think it will, like, put off a lot of people. I think it will put off more people than the ones that stay around for it, personally. Like, my favorite game of all time, and I've said this several times, is Final Fantasy VIII. And Squall, the main protagonist in that, is not the most talkative, but we explore more about him and his personality and his background and all sort of thing throughout the story. But, like, even in saying that, even though I never thought, like, oh, yes, Squall is me, or whatever, I've never thought that. But there's always been something in his character that I have, like, connected with. And I'm sure there's something in those characters that have other players connect with them as well. You don't need to connect everything with the character. Just have one thing that connects you to the character. As long as you've got that one thing, I think people will still stick around and follow that person's story. And that's the problem that these bland, blank, like, slate, like, nothing on them, canvas type self-insert protagonists, it's just boring as shit. Boring as shit. Take care, mongers. And sometimes, like I said, Rover does have good parts. I'm very much specifically thinking about 2.5 with For Lover's Quest. But for the most part, what he's saying, like Smack's saying, is not wrong. You know? But Squall got interesting after Disc 2. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. But we're in 2.0 right now, so we should be in Disc 2, almost on Disc 3, and we're still acting as if we're in Disc 1. I think that's the problem. Kaisi. I think that's the problem, because starting like that is fine, but there's got to be development. There's got to be like something going on there. If we're constantly playing the character as if we've just started, then it's like, what's the point in continuing when I'm not seeing anything develop at all? And that goes into, I'm sorry to bring it back to this, and that goes into the problem with Echoes as well. I had to go on to Echoes, didn't I? Of course I fucking did. Because if you're pulling for characters, and you constantly have to grind new sets for the new character, you're constantly going through it's like, I don't feel any sense of development in my account. Because I'm constantly on that grind. If I don't make it in time for the new character, and then I get into the red, and I can't catch up, I feel like I'm kept underwater because of this system. And because you're constantly going through that same grind and not feeling the benefit, the development, it makes people think, what's the point? Like, I could spend literally, and I've done this before, I could spend literally hours and hours and hours in the overworld just farming echoes and leveling them, trying to find an echo that I can level for a character. And after all those hours, find maybe one that's kind of useful. Not even perfect, just like kind of useful. That makes me feel really demotivated to continue playing, because again, it's like, what's the point? Where's the development? Where's the benefit? I'm not getting anything back from this. And we're almost at Disc 3 now, to use the example, and we're still acting like we're still at Disc 1, at the starting stages. It's like they're trying to present and promote and appeal the latest story to a first-time player, to a new player. And they just shouldn't do that. If a new player does start the game for that character, they have to go through, well, they can skip 1.1, 1.2, they can skip that part and go straight to 2.0. Yeah, but they still have to play through hours of story until they get to that new character, right? So by the time they get to that part, they should already be seeing some kind of development. So why are we still treating the player as if they're day one? Nah. I want to see the development. If there's no development, that you lose all sense of progression, and it makes you demotivated, really. So what he's saying right here is not wrong.
All right, Little Happy, cinema, great, amazing, and all this. And I came to realize, and I'm not trying to downplay your enjoyment. I genuinely thought about it. I said, you know what? What this tells me is that this is just a matter of, I would even say it's like a skill issue, right? I would say a lot of us can't consume that type of story the way some of y'all can. Some of y'all can handle an exposition dump with no natural occurrence of real, genuine dialogue and still soak in the information that's being conveyed and appreciate it and lock yourself into it. I watched Marco Meatball do that shit and I was impressed. I was like, holy, how the fuck is he still enjoying it? That's impressive.
I find it really funny. And this is not really a shot. I find it really funny that he's talking about this skill issue of like some people being able to absorb all this information and like just lore dump and like still able to continue with it. And that he's saying that he couldn't do that with 2.8, but he was able to do it for Penacony. Like Penacony was fine. This was shit. I'm like, I'd flip that. Oh my god. But I mean, it is kind of true. Like for me, Penacony was not it. Like not it at all. Not it. This is my only take, but Rover talking to Chisa about being and doing together is not a girl brain, and the rest of Green City saying Rover shouldn't do it alone. Kind of, it's like, it feels a bit fast. It feels a bit fast. Like, for example, like I said, yesterday, I just met Yukiseki Yuka and Slipperzetsu, like, in person for the first time. Like, I'd never even spoken to Zetsu like, online, or whatever. But after meeting someone, if you are really if you're like overly friendly and saying things that would be a bit too, like, if I just met them and it's like, I would die for you, that would be weird. like that's a kind of an over exaggeration, but like it depends, like how long have you known that person, how long have you been with that person to determine, like, is you saying that warranted? Does it make sense? So like we were just in that Sonorosphere with Chisa for like 2 or 3 days or something like that. No? So being so ride or die for someone after like, just a couple of days, it's kind of odd. So yeah. Okay, take care, Tag. Good luck on your interview, by the way. Good luck on your interview. I hope it works out well for you.
But I wasn't interested in trying to downplay him. I just wanted to understand how he was enjoying it. And I think it's fascinating because I was like, so he's able to still receive the information, digest it, and be empathetic without all of these elements that I've come to learn and love from other stories that bring out that. They can bring out, there's basically some people out there who can still enjoy that.
I'm
even
sorry.
though it doesn't have those pivotal,
funny.
engaging moments from both parties and such. There was other problems with this story, like transitions and shit, where I was like, what the hell? Why we transition from this to that? That was odd. And that takes away my immersion, my sense of immersion, as I'm sure many others. But for other people, it doesn't bother them a bit. You see what I'm saying? And so, like, I want to make sure we're clear here. I'm not attacking. I'm not trying to make sure you guys are wrong and I'm right. I'm trying to find a common ground here. I want to show off some of the things I just communicated to you so you could see precisely what it is I'm talking about. Okay, so I want to watch two different things. I've got timestamps of moments where I show
so
off
these are the examples of like what he really didn't like. I'm interested in this.
Responding and shit. And then I want to show you off Cloud and Aerith going through these rooftops. And there's a massive difference in a bond being formed through the banter they're having as they're going through the city. By the way, you're exploring the city too and taking that in. Versus this, where you're in this car.
Because she was stuck with a sentient capybara for 2 months, it took a toll on Chisa, like, give her some slack. 2 months is not a long time. Like, if it was, like, say, 20 years, like, if it was actually 20 years, and we didn't have that time dilation thing, she was in there for 20 years with a capybara, like, yeah, sure, maybe, but, like, 2 months, I don't know. I don't think you guys, 2 months is not a long time. Not nearly enough to, like, be that, oh my god, thank you, so good. It's like, nah, it's not that long of time, no. And maybe, okay, hang on. That might be something that's, might be why there's a difference in perspective. Because when you get older, time, you say 2 months, it's like, I think it's not a long time. You could say 6 months. I was like, yeah, it's not a long time. But when you're younger, your sense of time, and this is something I've noticed as well, like when I was younger and like summer vacation, like summer holidays, whatever, in the UK, it's only for about a month or so. But I remember specifically, during that month, it felt like forever. It felt like absolutely forever. But like now, a month, nah, it's nothing. So I do think that your sense of time changes as you get older. So that might be why. So you say 2 months to me, I'm like, that's nothing. Like that still doesn't justify feeling that way or reacting that way to someone after 2 months. It's like, it's nothing. But maybe if you're younger and you think 2 months, 2 months is ages, isn't it? That's like 2 summer holidays. Maybe that could be it.
Coffee shop, and they're just sitting there. One person sitting there yapping about exposition, important stuff, and the other person is hardly involved at all. So let's go ahead and look at this part right here. He just responded. She said, "Can I ask how you got here?" He objectively responds, "A rift opened up. A hand came out of it and dragged me in." That's an objective response.
A hand from a rift? But why didn't that person escape themselves? Why pull you in instead? Take
a quick break here before we respond. I want to make sure we are understanding precisely my issue of what's getting ready to happen. First of all, ask yourself, in this sense right here, a hand from a rift, why didn't that person escape themselves? Why pull you instead? Let me tell you how I respond. I don't know. Beats me. I'm about as in the know as you are on that matter, but all I know is I'm here now. This place looks kind of cool. How about you show me around? Man, these are beautiful. That's like real dialogue happening between two human beings, right? Like, to be honest, it beats me. I know about as much as you do about this situation. This is what River says.
What exactly is this place?
He answers her question with another question.
Yeah, I just ignore the fuck out of Rover. I'll be quite honest.
Instead, what exactly is this place? It's like, bro, what? And so it's just like, but like I said, some people don't even.
Am I the only one that thinks like Rover's just not interesting? I think that's a really a big detriment to the game. Like, Rover is just not fucking interesting. I don't give a fuck about Rover. Like, at all. Like, the potential of Rover is interesting, but him as a character, not so much. Not so far, anyway. I'm like, we're still waiting for shit to fucking happen. I think he's fine, at least not annoying. True, yeah, he's not annoying, but he's not interesting. Again, sometimes he has his moments. He has some moments, but like, to be the main protagonist needs to be a bit more. Yeah, OVN. That's what I think he has interesting moments. Exactly, literally, that's literally what I just said. Exactly, yeah.
Pay attention to that. They're just locked in on the conversation, not actually asking, why is that unnatural ass?
Answering a question with a question is normal dialogue. It depends. Like, sometimes, yes. Sometimes, no. So again, it can be normal, but it can sometimes be weird. Like, just answer the question or just respond naturally.
Response even occurring.
Right? Oh, he's hot. Yeah, don't get me wrong, he's hot as fuck.
And I've come to learn, maybe I just can't
and so
do
she,
stories
female Rover,
where they have this mute who has these objective responses and shit, because I can't find a real sense of connection that's occurring there and get invested.
Why pull you in instead?
What exactly is this place?
Yeah, so like that threw me for a loop, but we'll continue on, right? So we transition from that. Once again, I feel like there wasn't even a need for a transition there, if I'm being completely honest. I think what could have happened is they could have just walked outside and panoramic into showing off the map as she answers that question. But the transition just like almost encourages you to disengage from these two forming any kind of bond.
I mean, we had a scene like that in the part that I just played too, like walking around.
Destroyed decades ago.
We had that.
You'll still see its name on bus stop signs and street ads and in local textbooks for kids.
And so here's the exposition. I think they're doing a beautiful job showing off the presentation of it and such, right? But watch, it just continues and continues, and there's no conversation occurring from Rover at all. And this, I'm gonna be real, this is the majority of how everything is communicated in the quest. So she then proceeds to say, remember that tall tower, the one in the center of the city? That was Neon Tower, Honami's tallest communication facility. I once saw a billboard for a radio show there. Voices in the morning, broadcast citywide from Neon Tower. And no response from Rover yet, but its last broadcast wasn't a morning greeting. It was the lament. Records show that on that day of the disaster, it came pouring out of Neon Tower, wiping Honami off Solaris entirely and sealing it inside the Sonora sphere. So again, she's explaining some very important stuff, guys. Like, she's definitely doing her job.
Yeah, like, Chisa's not the problem.
My question is, why can't this stuff be explained through the adventure of being inside of this city with this girl? Why are you giving me scenes of the city and presentations of the city when we're in the city already? Like, this makes sense when you're in a setting that isn't the locale you're currently in. So you want to show that off to give a bit of a view of it. But we're here right now. Why not adventure through it, have a conversation with the two to form dialogue and bonding, and that connection, by the way, that then leads
we had that at the beginning of Expedition 33 too. They did a fantastic job on that.
So. Versus none of that happens. She just exposition dumps and then does the trauma dumping and shit anyway. It's just like, I can't get invested in this type of story when this is their means of doing it.
I think what he's getting at is that it just felt rushed. I think the problem is that what was happening itself was not the problem. It felt rushed and unearned. I think that's what he wants to say. I think that's the main issue that he's trying to get at.
But let's continue on, because there's even more of where I want to show off of this stuff. By the way,
like, it didn't take its time with this, but it should have done.
In the back.
And that's something that Kura has struggled with in the past too.
But don't worry.
Like, the Shorekeeper's quest was way too fucking rushed.
I created using my clipping porte. The location is ideal and the space stable, so I made it our base of operations.
Your clipping forte?
Everything has a structure. And
I just can't, guys. And that song is depressing as fuck when you have this kind of dialogue. It's like she's explaining so much to him. So much to him. This coffee house is safe zone I created using my clipping porte.
I never really had an issue with the music.
Operations. This city, this is how it transpired. This is what happened. The only line, guys.
Your clipping forte?
I'm just like, bro. And so once again, there's people out there who can just lock in on this and stay immersed. Me, I'm like, bro, this is boring.
Again, I just completely ignore Rover. That's how I get past that. I ignore the fuck whatever he says.
The conversation these two parties
he never says anything.
And this is the majority of how you're going to be consuming it. And you have this big, beautiful city
interesting
with these beautiful backdrops, flowers and trees and such, that you could be adventuring while these two have their banter and you fill out the personalities, and then you start to see that evolving connection occur. Instead, you're in this damn coffee shop the entire time.
Everything has a structure.
A lot of the time. Not the entire time. That's not true, but a lot of the time.
Please, I can see how it all fits together. Inside the Sonoro, time and space are brittle. With enough resonance energy, I can trace their threads and cut through them. That's what I did earlier. I cut through the gaps in space to bring you close to the base.
As a general rule, you should be giving your audience slightly less information than they want, where this style is giving info before it's wanted. Yeah, I think that's what is the problem as well. Like, I had a really good example lined up as well. Holy fuck. Okay, here's a good example. The Matrix. Like the first intro to the Matrix, like with Trinity in the room, and like you got these really domineering agents coming in. Like Trinity's not phased at all about taking out some police, but as soon as those agents show up, she's running for her life, right? Running for her life, and like there's a lot of things being said in those first 5 minutes, and some of it is kind of alluded to, some of it is foreshadowing for the later part when they're talking about is he the one, we're going to kill him, right? Like that kind of thing. Like they allude to it, but they leave a lot of stuff open for the viewer to pique their interest and to make them interested and to find out, wait, so how was she able to do the things that she was just able to do? And why is she so afraid of these guys in suits? And why did these guys in suits know that the policemen were already dead? And how was she able to jump through this and that? All these questions, and you want to know more about it. But like here, it's just like, it's giving you everything before it's needed. And that's not really the best way to go about things. You should give things to the player or the viewer or the reader or whatever when they're needed, unless the exception to that is foreshadowing for later stuff. Like a lot of stuff here you don't really need to explain at this moment. You could explain it later when it becomes more prevalent, when it becomes necessary to know about that shit. Something similar was the problem with Wuthering Waves 1.0. Some parts, yeah.
When I was in the center of the city right before the lament hit.
This is always an objective response. Like, where is the connection, guys? Where, like, I'm genuinely asking this. Where is the bond? Where is the moments that led up to the trauma dumping? Like, legitimate, like, connection where a girl goes, okay, you know what? I want to now, like, get a deeper connection with this person and I want to share some stuff. Where is it? I'm going to be honest with you. It doesn't exist outside of the one-liners and the perfect responses. You're not in this alone. You know what I mean? Like, these are moments.
That's way too fast.
The moments that actually lead up to it are moments that aren't even earned, right? If he would say things like,
I mean, that's what I just said. Yeah, it doesn't feel earned. That's the problem.
Adventure of bond being formed, of like talking shit to one another and filling each other out, it wouldn't be as cringe. It'd be earned and it'd be appreciated, at least by me and many other people who didn't like it. But there's never any of that. It's like basically strictly business, just locking in and going straight to those moments. I'm like, I can't do this. And so I want to make sure we're clear here.
He can do this. He did it with HS. I'm sorry. I'm just funny. I'm just joking. But like the thing that I was really curious about, and I don't know why they didn't do this, and I think this would have solved his issue. I think this is what would have solved the problem for Gachsmack with this. It's like, yeah, the pacing was off by a lot. I get that. He's not wrong. And they could have taken the time a bit more because they were setting this thing up about, in this sonorosphere, Chisa has been living the same day over and over and over and having this loop over and over and over again. We experienced that loop once. I feel like we could have experienced that loop, I would say like maybe 3 or 4 times. And each time we experience that loop, like maybe we experience it once, we get a bit of the lore or the experience. Experience it once, have another loop, have a fight, get some like gameplay in there, have another loop, we learn a bit more, have another loop, we get a bit more, and we progress through that, and then we get to the sweet moment, because then we feel like we've been fighting side by side for these past several days, but we had this loop once. No, well, when we get in there, we first arrive, we have that fight, but we don't know her. And then we have the loop once, and like it goes straight into it. We should have experienced that loop a lot more. Slow it down. You have a perfect experience to give a reason for slowing it down, of looping days. Slow it down. Take your time. and just trust that people have the attention span to stick with it. You know, like as long as it's, I've never I'm bringing up attention span here after talking about HSR, and the problem with HSR is that it's not attention span problem. It's just like the way it's presented was the problem. But the presentation in Wuthering Waves has always been pretty damn good. The biggest problem with Wuthering Waves' story, for the most part, not always, but for the most part, depending on the patch, has been pacing. It's either they're way too fast or way too slow, and sometimes they get it right. But this quest, and like I said with Black Shore's Shorekeeper quest, way too fucking fast. But I think that would take a lot of time since I don't know, like they could just split these conversations up and add like a few extra lines. I don't know if it would take all that much longer, honestly.
This is why I hated this shit. I'm not saying this is why you should hate it. I'm just explaining why I didn't like it. Another thing I want to point out, this song.
For the past 2 months, I've lived through countless
Hold on,
repeats.
I'm gonna let her cook.
Time and space keep getting sliced up and rearranged. What you see now, that chaos, is the result.
I don't think she said a single thing that hasn't been relevant to the story we're in, by the way. I think everything she stated has been very important. It's just the way it's being conveyed. It's just like, okay, man.
It's like the whole city.
I don't think they have much time, I think.
The people here
Perhaps. I'm just saying this is what they could have done to fix the issue.
Like I said, as you're listening to that track in the back, I think you
what
might
I
be able to
see as
why it
his
sounds
issue.
depressing to me. I'm like, and it's exposition dump, exposition dump, exposition dump. Rover says one line, exposition dump, exposition dump, exposition dump. Show off the city instead of us exploring the city and adventuring into it. Rover says one line. Transition instead of adventuring. Transition. Fight off some mobs. Trauma dump. Venting cringe moments that aren't earned at all. Not in my perspective. I think you get the point there because I'm gonna be honest.
He just said it as well. Like I think I said that earlier. Like he says cringe moments. I'm just gonna say sweet moments that don't feel earned. Yeah, like I think that's the problem. Like I have no issue. Despite what people say or believe about what I think, I have no issues with characters amassing a harem of characters throughout the story. The issue is like it has to be earned. Just showing up to a location and having characters fawn over you, like from the get-go, be friendly and not wary of you like at all, just completely just like I'm gonna like, it feels weird and it feels unearned. I want to earn that shit. And I said that way back, way back. So like, yeah, that is an issue. Well, for now, it's not like Chisa loves Rover. She's just like, honestly, from my playthrough, I didn't, besides the moment that they tried to say, oh yeah, this is a romantic moment, take those scenes out of it. The dialogue that she had with Rover, I never really got the impression of romance. I just, maybe it's because I played it in Japanese compared to English or something. I don't know. I just didn't really get the whole romantic element with Chisa. And then when they showed those scenes of like shots of Rover when everything's all blurry and like I roll my eyes. I'm like, all right, whatever. It just came out of nowhere. I'm like, all right. But the stuff that was like said before and after that, didn't feel romantic to me. Like at all. So when they showed those scenes, it's like, yeah, unearned. Didn't make sense. It's like out of nowhere, you know?
That goes on for quite some time. And you know, I'm going to spare you guys this fucking disaster.
Fuck Namipon. I want that little rat out of the story. Namipon and Abby.
Of Namipon. Because he makes what's already starting to become mind waning and just exposition overload.
They never said a single thing.
Quadruples that.
They added nothing to the story.
Slow ass talking. I dare say this little Namipon is the single-handed reason why I couldn't like finish the dialogue of first half. I just started skipping. I said, fuck this. I'm done. I'm over this. I can't do it. I'm completely over. And I made it quite far in, by the way. I didn't just like start skipping. I think I found it. Do you want to take a breather on the terrace? Sure. This is the part I got to where I was like, I'm over this, bro. I can't do this anymore. So they get to the rooftop and I eventually am just like, nah, bro, I'm out. I'm done. Yeah, you can see me. This is where I'm like, all right, bro, I'm over this, dog. I can't do this shit no more. But it's basically,
I never really got the romantic vibe from that.
To, like, summarize it up.
The
now,
scenery was like, it's a nice scenery, but I never got romantic vibes from it.
I'm not saying it's the best story of all time. I just want you to see what I wish could have happened in that
You
story.
like Namipon? I'm glad you liked them. I
just
did
want to talk to
not.
you about the main thing that just made me go, I'm done. I'm over this shit. I don't care. I don't care about the romantic or sentimental. If you don't think it's romantic, sentimental moments that occurred and the build up towards them, don't give a fuck about none of it.
Abby's still unnecessary.
So this is a scene of Aerith and Cloud. You might not have seen it. It is a spoiler. If you haven't played Final Fantasy VII Remake, you might not want to watch this part. But I mean, it's not too crazy of a
I already
spoiler,
know
actually.
this, so I know exactly what he's going to show. And I think I've mentioned something similar with the beginning of Expedition 33 as well. So
this is privated on my channel. I know there's gonna be some people somebody talk to and all this. I think you're valid in saying that, but it doesn't take away the fact that for me it was done so fucking poorly in terms of the execution of it and in terms of the moments landing. Finally, there was another part where I swear to God, dog, I don't know if this is 1.0 music, but it most certainly came off as 1.0 music, and it was during.
I thought it was exposition. Is it not 1.0 music? I thought it was
39:38. Here we go.
I know what he's talking about here.
This song.
Yeah, that's from 1.0, isn't it?
Even
it really sounded like it was.
This music is 1.0 vibes, right? They didn't even give new music in this patch. Now this was just straight up wrong, right? But this is me in the first half taking in this goofy ass song, and the other one I just told you, the other one that was just.
Thing is, I don't mind 1.0 music. I didn't mind it
for me. In terms
some
of
the
emotions they were trying to convey,
region,
I didn't fuck with it at all.
Like,
I remember this depressing ass song.
I didn't mind it.
This shit is 1.0 as fuck. And what's crazy is like a lot of the good music.
Hard to disagree on that. What specifically you're disagreeing on? I don't know what you're referring to specifically. I like 1.0. I never had an issue with 1.0. I don't. So, you know? Yeah, I think it really boils down to not the trope itself, not the sweet moment trope itself, but rather from what he's said so far, it's just all a matter of pacing. Like, he felt like the pacing was just too fast and felt unearned. And that's his issue. Which is a fair issue to have. Like, I get it. It makes sense. Oh, about it being 1. Yeah, like I said, I like 1.0 music, so I whatever. Right. Is that all? Is that about all that his criticisms are? I think that's it. I mean, he's explained himself pretty well. Unless I'm missing something. The actual outrage of Smack was during his live stream specifically. Is there a clip that I can look at? He gave it a 2.2 out of 10 and mocked anyone who liked the quest. I think that's just him playing it up. Honestly, I think that's just him being like saying shit for the content. Honestly. Yeah. That's just my opinion. Who else was sorry, but anything that guy says is an L take, be it good or bad. If his attitude is garbage, we treat him like garbage. Don't care. I really like personally. I like Gacha Smack. I think he's a fantastic dude. And we've had conversations where we disagree about certain things, and we've always had fantastic conversations. I think he's a fantastic dude, honestly. But like, you could say, yeah, you're not wrong, just don't be a dick. It's like, yeah, you're not wrong, Gatsmack, you're not wrong, just stop being a dick about it. Just say that. I don't know. Who else? He skipped the rest, so how do you review the story without doing it? I don't know. Did anyone else? Who else didn't like the 2.8 patch? Who else really didn't like the 2.8 patch? I have no idea. I'm not following any CCs like at all. Who else didn't like it? I think Legions liked it. Oh, what's that? Let me have a look.
I want to make sure we're clear here. I'm not ending stream because that story was trash, although it was. I actually would have preferred to just fucking suffer through it and get it over with. I'm not even kidding. I just preferred to just like get it out the way one time through, be done with it. It's up for fucking people to watch. But I'm not streaming the next part of the story. Like we're done with this fucking patch. I'm gonna do the rest off stream, turn my brain off, get it out the way. Fucking 3.0. And then I'll be back. I'm ending stream because my girl just texted me and told me my daughter's vomiting. So I was like, fuck this stream. Yeah. Thank y'all for hanging out with me, chat. I'm out. I'm gonna make sure my daughter's okay. And yeah, that story was I give it a 2 out of 10. I'm gonna make sure my daughter.
All right. I don't know if he like sticks by that 2 out of 10 rating, but that's funny, right? Who else didn't like it? You say? Who else didn't like it? So Legions liked it, yeah. Who else didn't like it? Was it? You know who? Who's you know who? Ryuuku, is it true that Gacha Girl called you Yuritard or Ryuubolt? Probably, I don't know, but they're all fucking like stupid over there, so I don't know. They have less than one brain cell between the entire lot of like 4,000 however many they have in that community. They're all fucking stupid. So I don't really care what they say. I give my first like to Saint video on his 2.7. No, that's 2.2. I'm not 2.8. Who didn't like 2.8? Saint, Smack, Cap, but Cap loves part 2. Saint didn't like it. Like he loves everything to do with Wuthering Waves. Isn't he like the biggest? What did he say? He's following me? What the fuck is he following me? Whatever. What? Not gonna lie, I ain't even mad if Uma wins Game of the Year after that 2.8 main story quest. It was clear that it was rushed. True. Tons of abrupt cuts. I don't know about that. Dialogue that didn't make sense. I'm guessing it's talking about Rover's responses. And we had a whole tutorial for the Namipons, stickers and stability when it wasn't used a single time during the quest. I didn't have a problem with that part either. I was like, I liked that part. And it was like for the event too. And it didn't overstay its welcome. So if his main criticism is that it was rushed, like he's right. Like pacing. Like they probably should have. I want to experience the day looping over and over and over again. We got it like once. We could have experienced that more. Amethyst Abrams? What did he like? Although I know Amethyst's views on Wuthering Waves, so I'm not surprised. What did he say? Did he say something on here? Okay. Wuthering Waves 2.8. I'll give an overall rank of 7 out of 10, and I won't go higher. The story was an obvious prequel to Quest to set up 3.0. True. I had a good time playing through it. The action was good. The city looks beautiful, and overall visually it looked clean. There were a few scenes that I really resonated with Chisa's origins and where she came from. I did not like Rover and Chisa's relationship. It felt rushed. Again, this is something that everyone's saying. It's just it felt rushed. It felt rushed and weak and unearned. Like, they're not wrong in saying that. To me personally, and didn't hold the weight that I thought it would or wanted. There was a moment where it felt like I was caught in a love square with curtain characters, and I won't go into detail why. You'll have to play it and see. It was fun. I was entertaining, and it solidified why I didn't like a curtain. I think it was to say certain character in Wuthering Waves, but overall 7 out of 10. Looking forward to 3.0. Yeah. Amethyst is a great dude. I love Amethyst. I think he's a fantastic dude. All right. This is what I wanted to go in. This is what they should have done with Rover. to keep the harem lovers and whatever satisfied, but with Rover, they should have set up a canon wife for Rover. Like, this girl is the main girl for Rover. I think it should have been Shorekeeper, because that just makes the most sense to me, and she's been with us pretty much the longest. It makes sense. But in saying that, they can still satisfy the harem lovers with Camellia. The Camellia is like the seductress that tries to win Rover away from Shorekeeper, but every time she like comes on to Rover like pushes her away. So you get the seduction from Camellia that satisfies people that want those seductive elements from her. And you can also have the same thing with Changli or whatever. You could integrate these types of moments into the game, but into the story, but still have Rover, despite having these like close moments with other characters, still come back to his roots and stick with and only have eyes for Shorekeeper. And that's what happens in School Rumble. For example, like Harima Kenji only has eyes for Tenma, but until the end anyway. But he still has moments with Eri, and then Tenma's younger sister here also has sweet moments where she's very clearly interested in Harima Kenji. And there's also she's not in this, but there's also a nurse, hot as fuck, that he lives with, and I think at one point she basically says, like, just to him, like, just drop out of school and come live with me, and I'll take care of it. Like, basically, just proposing to be his sugar mummy. Like, love it. But yeah, there's ways to go about having harem stories and make them feel earned, and I don't know. So having having like Shorekeeper, Camellia, and then some kind of scenes with Carlotta and Yuno and etc. Constantly bringing it up and just going through the same beats over and over. Like, they've been alone for so long, and then Rover shows up, and then Rover saved them, and that's why, like, yeah, we've done that. We've already done that. We did it with Shorekeeper, and we're doing it again and again and again and again. We're playing the same old tunes, and that's why it gets boring. You know, it doesn't feel earned. And that's the problem. You know? I think that's the main issue. Like, when it comes to the harem aspect, again, I'm very sensitive to the harem aspect. There's ways to go about it. And again, it all goes down to presentation. The trope itself is fine. How you deliver that trope is the problem. Like, say the trope is, again, you say soggy fries. I love French fries. I don't love all French fries. It depends on the French fries I'm being given. If they're given to me in a clean box, and they're nice and crisp and long and nice and salty, fuck yeah. But if you're giving me in a dirty rag, and they're soggy and it's just disgusting, it's still French fries, but I'm not going to enjoy this, am I? It depends on like how it's presented and how it's given to you. That's the issue. Does that make sense? Long and salty. Trust you, Zol, to say that. How you doing, man? You good? Yeah, so like, I've seen people say like, "Oh, you have a problem with these tropes? What, are you just a tourist? You don't like anime stuff?" Like, no. I love anime stuff, but I don't like all anime stuff. Again, it depends. Is that too like difficult to understand? Yes, it's a trope, but it depends on how that trope is being given to you. It's not that hard to understand. You'll eat these soggy fries until you're 70? Not long from now then. Almost there. Week lives in Japan. A weeb. All right, yeah. Did you guys know I live in Japan? I don't think I've mentioned it before. Did you guys know that? And same thing like when I mentioned about the mascots as well. I, for the most part, don't like mascots. Well, I don't like mascots in the story, being given like such prominent things in the story, like depending on the story anyway. Having them on a train and just keeping them in like that corner they can go back to after the story's finished, fine. No issues. Like even when it was in 2.8, I said, I don't remember when it was, but like there was a particular part with the Namipons where I was like, that's fine. That part there with the Namipons, that's fine. And they should stay there and stay like that. But having them like, what was it? When that guy was like having a mental breakdown, like absolutely distraught, it was like a really somber moment. And then it just cuts to a Namipon looking like an absolute dumbass rat. Ruined all sense of tension. Galbrainer, we didn't really say. I think Galbrainer was fine. I had no issues with the relationship between Galbrainer. I never got any kind of romantic sense of romance from Galbrainer. Like I liked the relationship between Rover and Galbrainer. I thought it was good. Same thing with Frolova as well. Galbrainer and Frolova, I think those are probably the romantic wise. I think Showkeeper's the best, but like just the way they built up and explored the relationship between those characters. I think Frolova and Galbrainer. No, I think Katsuya too. Katsuya is also doing very well. Like those three characters were done really well. And saying that, Katsuya also had some sweet moments. Lupa too. Lupa's done well. I didn't really get so much in terms of romance from Lupa either. I just got the impression of like partner, as she was saying, partner, eyeball. I just got that. Flirty's fine. Romantics where constantly bring up romance is yeah. Like Yin Lin, I didn't get romance from Yin Lin. I got flirty, and I like that. Flirty's fine. Romance over and over and over gets weird. Augusta didn't really have any romantic moments either, did she? Like, they've been doing better. I think people overestimate how much people actually have feelings for Rover. Right. For Lolo, maybe. But the problem is in the presentation. Like, when Smack, I saw the clip of Smack laughing where the entire background went all blurry and shit. Like that's when it like really forces down your throat. Like, oh, this is romance. You should see this as romance. Like, take those fucking scenes out. Like, keep it a bit more ambiguous than that. You know? Like, if you don't have those moments, it screams shoujo, but the thing is with shoujo, is like shoujo is mainly about the romance, isn't it? I love it. Sorry, it's too shoujo and it's not for me. All right, fair. And this is coming from someone that loves to read shoujo stuff just as much as I read shonen stuff. And I don't know if this counts, but one of my favorite genres to read on the manhwa side of things is the villainous. Or even like, before the villainous thing became more of a trope nowadays, it was the original reincarnated and then the main protagonist, female protagonist, and she has her own like reverse harem, and then it turns into the villainous trope. I like both of those. I read a shit ton of those. I cannot. Oh, we're almost coming up to the end of like the was it Villains Are Destined to Die? I think that's the official English name. I think we'll come up to like near the end of that, and I can't wait. It's such a fucking good story. Oh my god. Villains Are Destined to Die is a fantastic series if you haven't read that. The art is incredible. Like, this one is so damn good. I love all these like villains and villainess stories. Oh, guys, do you like? Do any of you guys like The Eminence in Shadow or whatever the English name is? There's another series out called like Raising Villains the Right Way or something. Yeah, there. There's this one here. I recommend reading this. It's better, in my opinion. Like, the Eminence in Shadow, like, it's fun, but it gets to a point where the MC is just so stupidly obtuse. Like, oh, everyone's just playing into my delusions. Like, dude, fuck, you just literally exploded a city with a nuclear thing. Like, I am atomic type thing. It's not a fucking delusion. You're an idiot. This one here, this is so much better. Overlord, I never really got into Overlord. But no, this is a great series. I recommend reading this. And if you like solo leveling, I recommend Pick Me Up Infinite. This Pick Me Up, terrible name. Fucking disgustingly terrible name. I ignored this series for so long just because this series, the name was terrible. But if you like solo leveling, is nothing compared to Pick Me Up Infinite Gacha. Pick Me Up Infinite Gacha is what solo leveling wants to be. It's so damn good. Holy shit. So much better. So much better. And just like the designs of the characters are fantastic. I can't even just read it. Yeah, the names are terrible. GetSmack blocked me on Twitter. Really? Ooh. And I wasn't even toxic? You shouldn't give constructive criticism to CCs. I've blocked people as well. It really does depend on like how the criticism is sent. Like if you say, "Oh, what, you don't understand this," that feels demeaning. It feels like you're not wanting to have an actual conversation. It really does depend on like how you say it. I cannot speak for GetSmack. I'm just speaking for myself on this one. And some people I've blocked even after having like no interactions with them, just because they're in Gacha Grail. that is grounds for blocking enough, you know? That is grounds enough for blocking. Just being in Gacha Grail. Fuck those people. But like, yeah. It really does depend. I don't know. So, yeah. It's not. I think you have mentioned it before, Fololo. Yeah. 現代社会乙女ゲー Oh, yeah. You have mentioned this one before. I haven't checked it out. Again, kind of too small for me. Just saying. Can you follow someone who blocked you? I don't think so. I don't remember. GetSmack also made it clear that Wuthering Waves is no longer interesting as a game, just do the story because of the lack of game, there's nothing to do. It reminds me of you when, say, I want gameplay in my game. Yeah, I mean, that's, again, another fair thing of like, if Wuthering Waves is meant to be presented as a action-based, story-driven, open-world exploration RPG, which is it's a few things there, but there should be things in each update that satisfy each of those demographics. There should be stuff in there that satisfies exploration lovers and story lovers, lore lovers, and action and combat lovers as well. There should be stuff in there. And ideally stuff that can be done repeatedly. I've been saying this for so long, I don't know why they chose to get rid of Elusive Realm. The 1 HP Elusive Realm run thing was so damn fun, and they had the Tactical Simulacra and Battlefield Simulation. Battlefield Simulation, they need to work on that a lot more. That was so much fun. If they make Battlefield Simulation co-op and make the mobs harder with more bosses and stuff in there, that'd be a lot more fun. And I think they're missing out on a lot of stuff that they can introduce into the game, just in general, where they're constantly they built up in 1.0, like these tacit fields can pop up anywhere at any time, and they never did anything with that. The tacit field with Crownless popped up out of nowhere, and then they just stopped. What they should do is they should do like a random event type thing, where you can be like traveling from location to location, and then suddenly the entire weather turns dark or turns red or whatever, and you see like retroact rain or something, and you're instantly thrust into you have to beat all of these mobs type thing. They should do stuff like that to make the world feel more alive. You know, there's a lot of stuff they should do and implement to just build on the world of like make the world feel alive, and like once you've done the exploration in the world, like what else is there to do? And that's because they have a lack of random events and stuff for people to find and for people to experience over and over again. Like when I explored 2.7, where you climbed up that waterfall and then you reached a arsenosa, like a red aura arsenosa. I didn't know that was happening, and just like I got instantly thrown into that fight. Like, whoa, what the fuck? And I was fighting that. That was so damn fun. We need more of those. Just random encounters. Random encounters of red aura versions of like bosses, like Sovereign, Arsenosa, Crownless. Get some weekly ones in there as well, Dreamless, etc. And have them roughly on. Have the move sets of maybe hologram simulation 4 or 5. But yeah, fights like that were really fun. I miss those red aura bastards. Yeah, that was some of the most fun stuff I had in the early game of Wuthering Waves as well. Like, I really enjoyed fighting against the red aura bear with Jianshin, where all I would do is I would just dodge, counter, or dodge parry, and just kept hitting. I love doing that. I need more of that. Am I teaming? Yeah, I need to go too. So, guys, thank you so much for being here. I think I've finished through all of the story now. I think that's all done. I can do. That's just Stranger Things and Honami. I'm good. Don't really care. So yeah, I'm gonna go now. I will see you all next time because I need to make a video on the trip to Kyoto, and I also have a video about this symbol, this hand gesture, and what's going on in South Korea with that as well. I've got that. I've already recorded that video. I need to edit it and add some B-roll and shit. So, will you rate Sleepless? In fact, that's a good idea. Wait, no, he's on YouTube. He's not on Twitch, is he? Is he on Twitch? Oh, really? Oh, so he is. Okay, I'm gonna send you all to Sleepless then. Oh, get this up. And same category. This one. So yeah, I'm going to send you all over there. Say hello. Be respectful. And enjoy your time there. Okay? I don't know how many people are watching on Twitch side of things. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for being here. And I'll see you all next time. All right? Take care. Peace.